Yes, people, welcome back. Welcome to. It's a bit of a footy chit chat show. I mean, obviously during the international break, we're all bored. We don't really have much to talk about. We don't really have much to do. Whilst waiting for our clubs to start playing football again. But the least we could do is at least talk about football and just what's been going on in the world of football, I guess. But Josh, welcome back. It's been a while since we spoke. Obviously, last week we were supposed to do a show, but then as me as always.
Life happens, Akavin.
I fumble it, but yeah, how are you doing? And yeah, let's get started.
I'm doing very well. Life as it is. Hello, Jacques. In terms of the football, England 2 wins from 2 in their World Cup qualifying campaign so far. Doing very well. Arsenal players have done very well. Overall, I'm quite happy. Quick plug: I have started my YouTube channel, and for context, one of the videos I uploaded is this film studies project thing from 2022. It wasn't recent, and the other one is this interview that I thought I'd try and publish to see how, like, to help with computers and whatnot. So I've started that. I've checked out your streams throughout the last week, Akavin, and they've been really fun to watch and whatnot, even if I'm not the biggest fan of F1, etc., etc. So overall, it's been a good week, and I hope yours has been the same as well.
Yeah, not doing too bad. Obviously, yesterday was kind of a big step in the channels in the direction of this channel. Obviously, I was on the Big Six show yesterday. If you haven't seen yesterday, I was on the Big Six call-in show yesterday, right? And Steve, Saeed, Grizz, Matisse were on there. Lovely chaps as always. I love to chat football with them. Seems like the Big Steve I've never spoken to before. Obviously, I've known him for a long time, but the fact that we finally get to speak after like 3 years since I've known Big Steve, or at least 4 years after knowing him properly. Yeah, he's a lovely person, and I think you guys can go check it out as well. It's on the Big Six channel. And we've gained 8 subscribers, and I'm not using the Big Six as promoting. I'm not trying to use the Big Six. I'm not using anybody to get my channel up, but the fact that 8 people subscribed to me yesterday, and they kind of had some good views of what I said on stream yesterday. Listen, football's football. Like, we all chat football. We all enjoy. It's not something that we should get hate each other about, or hate each other over. Like, it's the beautiful game. Everyone has different opinions. So yeah, I enjoyed yesterday, and obviously big up to everyone that was, how do you say it, was respectful in the chat, and headed over to my channel and subbed. But let's get the goal. Let's get up to 170 subs now. That's the goal before the end of March. So we are 6 subs away. Let's get there, people. Come on. But yeah, I want to start obviously with the big news yesterday. I think that's the only place we can start, I guess, if you don't mind.
That's fine.
Trent Alexander-Arnold to Real Madrid, and it's a free agent signing as well. Like, it's not a signing of how do you call it? It's not a signing that that would really it doesn't surprise me. But the news just came so out of the blue during the course of the season. Like, the season hasn't even ended. Like, Liverpool last year, obviously with the news of Klopp breaking, they weren't going to win they ended up not winning the Premier League. It broke through in January. They ended up losing in the Champions League. Was the Champions League last year they lost in? No, they lost in the Europa League last year. My bad, Atalanta. They won the Carabao Cup against Chelsea. They lost in the FA Cup to United, so they ended up with 1 Carabao Cup. I want to know, obviously, I haven't really spoken to you since the news broke through, but what are your thoughts on the whole thing? Because this news, like I said, it was so out of the blue. Like, obviously, we know Trent was linked to Real Madrid. We know the rumors were true, but the fact that it broke through just before the season ended is crazy.
Well, one thing I will say is I think it was pretty much confirmed in January. New Year's Day, when that was when the massive news first broke out. So obviously, I'm not surprised. I am surprised in a way. I'm surprised like Scouse gangs haven't threatened his life yet, like they did with Gerrard. But
Yeah,
no, there's still time. I feel Liverpool. Well, the thing is, it's been the march from hell from a Liverpool perspective, but they are still 12 points clear, and
yeah,
they're not relinquishing that lead, in my opinion. So I don't think it's going to distract them for the remainder of the campaign. Obviously, it's a bitter pill to swallow as you have brought them up and whatnot. But at the end of the day, Real Madrid are the biggest club on the planet. They win an average of about 2-3 trophies a year. And if you
yeah.
want to, and he's openly stated that he'd rather win a Ballon d'Or than another Champions League with Liverpool. So if you're going to play for Real Madrid, you're going to get more recognition from journalists at the Ballon d'Or ceremony in order to get voted in as the best player. So I completely understand why he is leaving. And if he leaves with Liverpool equaling United's title record, he's leaving with his head held high.
No, that's fair. I mean, look, I mentioned to Liverpool fans as well yesterday. Just I don't know why all of a sudden this energy is for Trent now, because he's won pretty much everything with Liverpool. Like, he's about to win a Premier League title with you guys, and this is going to be the first time Liverpool fans actually get to see the Premier League trophy, because obviously with the lockdown situation back in 2020, they weren't able to see the Premier League. But now that Trent's about to win the Premier League with Liverpool, all of a sudden this news just broke, and then everyone's going mad about it. Look, I'll say this: as a United fan, I wasn't going through. Well, I wasn't. Let's say this: I was with my uncle during the summer, right? One time, and then he told me that Ronaldo went to Real Madrid. At the time, I wasn't like I didn't feel sad, because I just got to watch football. I just started to watch football, so it's not really like, I had a horrible feeling about it. But the fact that Liverpool fans have so much energy for a guy who pretty much grew up in Liverpool, who's played for Liverpool all his life, is saying yes to Real Madrid. Like, no disrespect, Steve McManaman played for Real Madrid, and you have so much love for Steve McManaman. Yes, he didn't go on free, but you should look at your board for fumbling this deal. I'll be real, it's Liverpool's board who's fumbled this deal, not Trent Alexander-Arnold. Trent Alexander-Arnold would be open to stay at Liverpool. I think he could have stayed at Liverpool, but
I have no doubt that he would have stayed at Liverpool if FSG improved the contract in time.
Yep. And the fact that that Real Madrid are offering the money now, and bro, let's be real, like, turning down Real Madrid is like, you just cannot turn Real Madrid down. I'll be real, like, it's so hard to turn Real Madrid down. It's one of those teams where once they come knocking, right, it's just hard to say no, because the next time, how do you know the next time Real Madrid will come and say, "Oh, I want you again"? You never know. Take this one chance in life, move to a massive football club, arguably the biggest, greatest football club of all time. This is like a new step for Trent, and trust me, it's hard to say no when Real Madrid are going to make you the starting right back next season. This is a massive move for Trent Alexander-Arnold, in my opinion. I think I think him saying yes, it's not a massive issue. I think Liverpool fans have an issue of when the deal happened, much rather than, but he'd been negotiating with Real Madrid this whole time. Obviously, because if he doesn't negotiate with Real Madrid, who else will he negotiate with? Liverpool? He's not going to negotiate with Liverpool if you guys don't offer him a contract.
It's interesting you brought up Steve McManaman, because I believe it was him who said that if this was Salah or Van Dijk in this situation, Liverpool fans' anger would be directed towards the board. But because Trent is a Scouser, because he's grown up through the Liverpool ranks,
Yep.
the anger's being held towards him. And it's not fair. Steve McManaman said it's not fair, and I don't think it's fair either. Genuinely. At the end of the day, players with ambition, they want to win the biggest trophies on a consistent basis, and Real Madrid is by far the best bet for that. So why wouldn't you want to go? Obviously, it's going to be an emotional farewell to the club you've... I think he was an Everton fan that young, but the club you've been playing at since the age of 8, I believe it was. Maybe even 6.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's going to be very emotional, but he's a grown man. He's made his decision, and fair play to him. And he's going to be one of the most decorated English defenders of all time, provided his career works out for him.
Yeah, 100%. Because let's just be real. Like, imagine turning down Real Madrid. Like, I understand, like, you're a massive, like, Liverpool fan. Like, he's a massive scouser. He's been through the ranks with Liverpool. He should have stayed there all his life. A club legend is pretty much a player who's contributed to so much a part of your success. I replied to a Manchester United fan on Twitter the other day about Marcus Rashford. Apparently, a United fan was saying that these lot don't deserve anything for hating on a club legend. I'm like, what's the criteria for a club legend nowadays? Just a player that helps us get top four and a few cups? That's not a club legend. A club legend is someone who's been here for a long time, who's contributed to a Premier League or multiple Premier League titles or Champions League. Let's say like Ryan Giggs, Paul Scholes. Them two are club legends. Bruno Fernandes, Marcus Rashford will never ever be on their level. Never. And I know I don't want to, and you know what it is? I don't want to say they'll never be on the level, because I want every United player to be on the level of legend. I want us to be competing, being successful. So it would be nice to see these players go on the level of Ryan Giggs, Paul Scholes, David Beckham, Wayne Rooney, because they've contributed so much to this football club. But the thing is, right, I think Liverpool fans are just upset at the news rather than they're upset at Trent. I'll tell you why. Because obviously they'll take it out on Trent, but once he leaves, once he goes, Liverpool fans will get over it. They'll get over it because they have Connor Bradley now. Connor Bradley is going to be their starting right back next season, unless they'll sign another one. Unless they sign like a Frimpong or something. Unless they sign like a, I don't know, a Dumfries. I don't know. So Liverpool will go for someone potentially, but I want to know more. I want to know more your thoughts on this. Obviously, like, because Liverpool fans are just like, every fan base has a reactionary fan base. We all have reactionary fans. It's not gonna be like, oh, it's not gonna be this. It's not gonna be so simple. Obviously, no one was gonna take the news well. I don't think United fans took the Ronaldo news well as well, and they were mad at him at the time because he said he was gonna stay, but then he left. Everyone's not gonna take any news of a good player leaving your club well, but they'll get over it over time. And at the end of the day, they called Ronaldo a legend, but now it's completely different. So I want to know more your thoughts on this, because obviously, like, the bar for club legends is so low now, isn't it?
I agree on that to an extent. I feel Trent is obviously a Liverpool legend. He won the club their first Premier League title, their first league title in 30 years, the first Champions League in 14. So naturally, he will be a club legend for the Scousers. Whether he gets into Liverpool's all-time 11, I don't know, because Steve Nicol won about 4 European Cups, if I'm not mistaken. Liverpool fans might be able to correct me in chat. But I mean, in terms of my other thoughts, I mean, I don't think there really are any other thoughts. I mean, I think I've said pretty much what needs to be said from my perspective. I mean, obviously he wants to go. He's got connections with Jude Bellingham there, who's definitely convinced him. Everyone thought it would be Jude Bellingham getting convinced to go to Anfield, but it was the other way around.
Yeah.
I understand Liverpool fans' reaction to it, but at the same time, it's Real Madrid. And I don't want to put them on some sort of pedestal, but at the end of the day, they are the most successful club in Europe, especially. So why wouldn't you want to go there? To be honest, Akavan, I mean, I can't really say much on this matter because it's just I'm not a Liverpool fan, so I can't speak from the heart.
Yeah,
So
of course.
from a more objective viewpoint, it just seems to be the obvious choice for him to go.
No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, because there's probably, unless he fell out with the club or something, then I kind of understand, like, oh, I'm gonna leave Real Madrid now because you're not offering me a contract. Unless there are things happen behind the scenes that we don't know about, then only, because it'll eventually get revealed. Like, the truth will come out. So yeah. Heard some news back in Jan that Real Madrid plan to get Dallas for 15 million. Listen, that was a news that was the news for I don't know how long, but hey, Real Madrid made the right choice. They went for the better right back. I'm like, listen,
No, they skipped past Lenny Euro as well.
I don't recommend anyone Diogo Dalot. Diogo Dalot is crap. I'll be real, he's crap. He's one of the worst right backs I've seen in a
Did you
long
see
while.
that tweet saying this might be what Arian's referring to, but
Yeah.
This Man United fan said I wouldn't sell Dalot for 50 million or whatever. Like, I can understand why Liverpool fans are upset about Trent because I don't want Dalot to leave. And it's like, come on, man. Like, I didn't bookmark the tweet, so I can't show you right away, but it'll probably pop up in your timeline somewhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, with Trent, I mean, all the anger has to go towards the Liverpool board. I've been saying
Yeah,
from time
100%.
they are very incompetent. They've struck gold twice with Klopp and Slot at the end of the day. And I think what's added to the reaction is the fact that Liverpool have had such a poor March with getting knocked out of the Champions League and the League Cup final.
That's been the worst. I think that's been the worst week I think Liverpool fans could have ever imagined this season, because getting knocked out of the Champions League, right, going into the Carabao Cup final, and then Newcastle just taking Liverpool apart from minute one. So yeah, go on. We're going to finish what you're saying.
No, I pretty much finished what I said. It's just obviously with the recent Liverpool results, although they are 12 points clear, they're obviously going to be very upset because they've essentially thrown the treble away within the space of a week. Not the treble maybe, but a treble certainly. Let's not forget, Liverpool were the first English club to win a treble. They won the First Division, the European Cup, and the League Cup back in 1984. So they've blown the chance to equal that in 2025. Naturally, tensions are going to be running high, and the fact that Trent is a Scouser, and the fact that he was brought up from so young, given his debut under Klopp and whatnot, there's obviously going to be sad reactions there. But I do agree with you. Give it a year or so, and they're going to be completely. Scousers are going to understand why he left, even if it does feel a bit bitter.
100%, because Liverpool fans are just, like I said, every fan base is a reactionary fan base. Like every fan base is reactionary. Like there's always going to be, how do you say it? There's always going to be a level of frustration within Liverpool fan base, and obviously, like I said, the Liverpool fans, or the Liverpool fan base, or sorry, not fan base. How would you put it? The Liverpool board have showed a lack of ambition in the past few years, because they were supposed to strengthen in summers. They were supposed to strengthen. They were supposed to sign players. They were supposed to sign players like that were going to get in there and replace certain individuals. They still haven't replaced Firmino. They still haven't replaced Sadio Mane. They still haven't replaced Fabinho. I know Gravenberch has come in and done a decent job, but I still don't think they replaced him with the level of quality similar to Fabinho is, right? They've not replaced. Well, they've replaced Alisson. Mamadashvili is going to be their keeper going forward, so fine, but that's fine. Robertson's going to leave, so they're going to sign a new left back. Tsimikas ain't good enough. Right back, Connor Bradley. I don't know if he's going to take Trent's position well, but I don't think so. I think they'll sign a new right back. They should, at least, or at least a backup to Connor Bradley, because I think Connor Bradley can be the next, like, instead of not the next Trent, but the next sort of Trent Alexander-Arnold type player, in terms of, like, he came up from Liverpool's academy. He's going to be the starter right back, so he'll follow Trent's footsteps. But at the end of the day, like, it's a lack of ambition. And do you think lack of ambition has taken over a lot of football clubs nowadays? Because, like I said, it's all about ambition, and these clubs have no ambition compared to, like, Man City, like Real Madrid. Real Madrid have the most ambition in football. Like, let's just be honest. Real Madrid, Barca, Bayern, right, and City, you could even include, or even Chelsea under Roman were top. Were very, very serious, and even AC Milan fans have a very, very serious fan base. But do you think it's a level of ambition that's kind of taken over this sort of thing? Because like you said, it's kind of now the reason why a lot of clubs are not getting to hold on to their best players, or at least not being able to move into the right direction. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I think ambition's linked to standards, and we've said many a time that standards have completely dropped for the majority of clubs in world football.
Facts.
I mean, ambition. Liverpool's owners have evidently shown not very much ambition. I mean, the only reason why they got the Alisson and Van Dijk double swoop was because they sold Coutinho. Imagine if they kept Coutinho and brought the other two. I reckon they would have won them. They would have won the Premier League as well as the Champions League in 2019 at least. So I think back to the summer of 2021. They just about managed to scrape past third, thanks to an Alisson goal. And they responded by only signing Canate. Now, granted, they went on a quadruple push that year, but on paper, that squad needed much more strengthening. And I understand. I do think they have tried to replace the likes of Mane and Firmino with Nunez and Gakpo and Chiesa, but they haven't worked. And it's at the end of the day, it's going to be difficult to replace a Mane, a Firmino, a Salah, a Van Dijk, an Alisson, a Trent. So they've got a tough job on their hands. They've proven over the years that they haven't got much ambition. For example, they won the league in 2020, and Jota aside didn't add any notable players to their squad. Ended up having to scrap around the bargain bin of Preston and Schalke when they suffered a centre-back crisis in the winter of 2020/2021. So they've definitely got a big job on their hands. How will they respond to it? I don't think it will be particularly good, and it'll for the same caliber of player to play in those positions that are getting replaced. It's going to take Liverpool a good few years.
Big up Omar every single time, bro. And obviously, you guys know me and Omar I've done shows before in the past. Make sure you guys go check his channel out. He's a top YouTuber anyway as well. And so to Josh, I link in the title. I think you guys should check his channel out as well. Obviously, he hasn't done much content yet, but he will, once he gets the time, once he can, I think he'll definitely start. But yeah, big up Omar every single time, bro. And then if you one day we should do a show, man. It's been a while since we caught up. I think we should definitely get some shows out the way. But yeah, so I continue what you're saying, man. Continue.
What was I saying? FSG not being very ambitious. I mean, what else is there to say? Since they came in 2011, I think it was. I think my knowledge on Liverpool is fairly decent. I think it was 2011 where the Fenway Sports Group did take over.
Yeah.
So, I mean, since then, they've shown signs of ambition, but overall, they haven't really signalled their intent to win, so to speak. It's always been about being sensible with their transfers and whatnot. And yeah, you can look at it from a business perspective, and obviously they are businessmen. They've been very, very, very good businessmen. But from a sports perspective, in terms of winning trophies, at the end of the day, for a club the size of Liverpool, to win 2 league titles in 35 years is just not good enough. And I think their lack of ambition is partly down to that.
That's fair. I mean, hold on. Sorry about that 1 minute. You can continue what you're saying, bro. Sorry.
Blimey. Well, yet again, I think it's a common trend among English clubs not to have that much ambition. Obviously, you can select certain transfer windows and say, oh, they were ambitious there, but overall, it's more of a business than a sports ownership or club ownership. And there's not much else to say to that. And that's why I believe Real Madrid have been so dominant in Europe over these years. Not just because of the high standards, not just because of resources or whatever, but because other clubs have downgraded to such an extent that Real Madrid have completely taken advantage and taken over as a result. New background. Do you want me to continue speaking?
No, I'm done, mate. So sorry. What happened? I had to go add the background on my phone, because the thing is, right? Like I couldn't add it on stream because I just had to quickly save it. So yeah, sorry. I had to make you say, but no, you're right. Like FSG, they're just not great owners, in my opinion, and that's why even as a Boston Red Sox fan myself, I don't really watch the Red Sox. I don't really follow the Red Sox much, but the fact, but I still support them anyways in baseball. Yeah, a lot of them complain about FSG, and especially with my NBA team, the Boston Celtics, right? FSG were rumored to buy the Celtics, and a lot of Celtics fans were saying no. We all said our thoughts online. We didn't want FSG, and they didn't buy. So you know what? Good for FSG. They should just be put in their place. They should really be put in their place. They should really be told that, or they should really be, informed that nobody wants them because they're terrible owners in terms of like sports. Obviously, businessmen, I think they probably make a lot of money for themselves, and fair play to them. Like if that's enough to put money on the table for their families, fair enough. But the fact that I had to sit there, right, and see that all these people are like, oh, they don't want FSG, then it just tells you everything you need to know. That nobody wants FSG from a sports standpoint. From a business standpoint, there might be amazing owners in terms of how much money they make, but nah, sorry, not for me in sports, not for me. But yeah, I don't really have much to say on the Trent news, but the moment Trent leaves to Real Madrid, oh, actually no, I will. Does this potentially mean that Salah and Van Dijk are out the door now?
Well, at the end of the day, I don't know, but surely they are aware of the club's lack of ambition. At their old age, are they going to continue, or are they going to leave for one final push, or are they going to sail into retirement? I don't know. I think Salah will stay. I think they'll both stay, to be honest. But I mean, at the end of the day, with Trent leaving, he is the local lad, so that is going to sting more than the other two leaving, as Steve McManaman alluded to earlier, which I quoted. So I don't know what your thoughts are on it, but me personally, I think they'll both stay.
No, me, I think it might. I think Van Dijk will stay. I think if Salah wins the Premier League, I think he's gone, because I think that just means that what, his time in the Premier League is done. I know there are some records that yet to be broken, but I just don't see it. And there's been a lot of debate going on with Mo Salah this past week of comparing him to the likes of Ronaldo and all that. I'm not so sure your thoughts, but we'll get into that in a bit. For me, I'm not going to say much on this. I think that Van Dijk will stay now. I think Van Dijk will sign a 2-year deal, and I think he'll leave next year. I think somebody will pay the money for Van Dijk, and Van Dijk will leave, because Liverpool now selling Van Dijk, it's going to be a loss, because obviously of how much they signed him for, of how much they signed him for, and how much they're going to sell him on for later. Obviously, that it's a massive loss, obviously, in terms of like how much. But do you think it'd be a loss in terms of that sense, or do you think it's just like? Do you think
a profit from a profit perspective?
Yeah,
I'm not really too sure. I mean, obviously, they'll lose. What about? I don't know how much it'll go for, but it's not going to be 75 million. So they're going to have a net They're going to have a net spend loss in terms of that. But at the end of the day, you've employed him during the prime of his career, where he's won 2 Premier League titles, a Champions League, 2 League Cups, and an FA Cup. So I think you've got the best out of him. And from a footballing perspective, I don't think it'll be a loss at all if he was to leave next year in your scenario. Yet again, I reiterate, from a net spend perspective, obviously it is, but I don't think he's going to get any better as a footballer when he leaves Liverpool. So, to what extent are they really losing the rest of Van Dijk? I don't think
they will lose a good player, though. They will lose a really good player.
No, without a shadow of a doubt, but he's not going to improve. So
he's not going to. No, I agree. He's not going to improve.
There's no missed potential there. You've had him from the prime of his career.
I think Konate will be the next Liverpool starting main centre back, and they'll sign someone to partner alongside him. I think Konate has been really good for Liverpool. I think you can't make any doubts about that. But
Saliba
you can't make doubts about it. At the same time, sorry, what were you saying?
I said Saliba better. That's my bias.
Oh yeah. No, I agree. I think he's better. But in terms of obviously the fact that the step of the Konate has taken since he's moved from Leipzig, he's been solid. Yeah, it's Leipzig. I think he moved from Leipzig. I think
I'm not too sure.
No, I think it is Leipzig. Yeah, he moved from Leipzig to Liverpool. Yes.
Okay then. Chat will be confirmed.
Yeah, and the people in the chat confirm it. I think it's Leipzig though. But yeah, so I think that definitely they'll sign someone. Who do you think they'll sign though? If let's say Van Dijk and Salah does leave, and obviously Trent, because obviously Mamadashvili is coming in for Leipzig. I can't say it over my counter. Yep. I remember because I think they were the centre back pairing when United went to play them at United played them at Old Trafford, and then they were the starting centre back pairing. I think when we won 5-0 against them in the Champions League. So yeah,
Rashford hat-trick, by the way.
Yep, Rashford first hat-trick for United, and he's never scored a hat-trick ever since. So even in this prime 42 goal season, he still hasn't scored a hat-trick, or 42 goals and assist season. So yeah, who do you think will be the replacement for possibly for Trent, for Salah, for Van Dijk? Say they all do leave, and obviously because Liverpool bring in the goalkeeper and the left back, maybe if Robertson does leave, what do you think the replacements are going to be?
Oh, it's a tough one to call straight away. As you can tell from my new YouTube name, so to speak, my knowledge is fairly limited. And over the years, Liverpool have never brought the obvious choice. Van Dijk aside, from the players you've listed, I mean, how many people thought Mo Salah would become the player? He wasn't even Klopp's first choice. So Julian Brandt was. So it's really tough to call who they're going to replace them with. If you had to put me on the spot, I don't know. I can't pronounce his name. Bournemouth centre back, former Juventus. I can't pronounce his name. Englishman's tongue. So
this is a good option actually. Kirkes for Robertson. That's a good choice. But then I think Liverpool might go for Anthony Robinson potentially, or maybe even Aït-Nouri. I don't think Kirkes will go Liverpool. I think
good shouts.
I don't think Kirkes will go Liverpool. I think maybe he might go somewhere else, or he might even stay at Bournemouth. You never know.
I don't know. Would they be looking at Semenyo as a potential Salah replacement? Who would they play on the right? Because Semenyo's mainly. I don't know. It's tough to call. Liverpool never go for the obvious choice.
I think Liverpool probably go for. I think Anthony Robinson. To be honest, I think he's the more fluid left back. I think going forward, bombing up the pitch, I think he's probably the left back that they should look at. Honestly, if you ask me, but yeah, Kirkes would be a good signing, and then Salah replacement. Damn, I don't know.
Can you replace Salah?
I mean, we were talking about Jared Bowen a year or two ago. I mean, the way he was playing, like in terms of his left foot, he plays very, very similar to Mo Salah in terms of that he cuts inside, he likes to shoot. That's how Salah likes to play quite a lot, anyways. But I don't see it anymore because I think Klopp's now not the manager, so I think it's going to be different now. Because I don't know if Slot's the type of manager to sort of produce a player like Klopp, how Klopp did. I don't know if he's a player. I don't know if he's a manager to produce the same like how Klopp did. Klopp was unbelievable. He made Mane world class, Van Dijk world class, Salah world class. He made Trent world class. Bro, he made Liverpool fans dream. Like he pretty much made the whole squad world class. Fabinho was world class. You had Firmino at one point was playing at a high level. Robertson was probably one of the best left backs in the world at one point as well.
He was.
And a Scottish left back who was only playing for Hull City, went to Liverpool and completely turned his career around.
The non-obvious choice.
And Van Dijk as well from Southampton and went to Liverpool. Bro, he turned into an absolute monster. And like I said, Klopp was a master in terms of how to make players, or how to turn players into into great players. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's gonna be really tough to see. I think they'll sign a left-footed right winger. That's what they should go for. I think a left-footed right winger is obviously the choice now with football, because obviously with how football is now, people like to look at like a Messi type of player who plays on the right side with his left foot. Like for example, Saka, Ahmad, Bowen, all left foot players on the right wing.
Yamal.
When Real Madrid had Gareth Bale on the right wing, when Bayern Munich had Iron Robin on the right wing. So that just tells you that you need to look for a left-footed right winger now, unless you want to sort of change your style and go for a left-footed left winger and right-footed right winger. That's how you want to go. But I don't know, man. It's gonna be tough to see. It's gonna be tough to say. Could Real Madrid potentially be going for like the likes of Real Madrid? Could Liverpool potentially be going the likes of, who's a good right winger right now? Nah, actually, I think it's a bit too early. I was gonna say Tyler Dibling, but it's a bit too early.
Fair enough. I don't think they'll tempt Yamal away. So
Nah.
he'd be a decent option, wouldn't he? But
he'll probably stay at Barca for the entire
yeah.
if
Likely will. Honestly, I think there'll be hipster choices, for lack of a better word, as has often been, especially throughout Klopp's tenure. Like I said, it's going to be really hard to call. I don't think we can really throw in any realistic choices at the minute.
Oh, true. They have Chiesa, but Chiesa's like the way I don't like the way Slot has treated Chiesa. I don't like that. I don't personally like the way he's treated Federico Chiesa.
What do you mean by treated?
I mean, in the sense of the way he's been sort of treated in terms of like the minutes he's getting. He's signed, like Liverpool signed Chiesa for him. He was his only signing. That's Liverpool's only signing this season. I know that's the goalkeeper. I mentioned a few times before already, but he's on loan back at his club. He's on loan at his current club, Valencia. He'll come next season. So Chiesa is just, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think Chiesa deserves a bit of a how do you call it? I think Chiesa deserves a chance. I think he definitely deserves a chance. I think they should try and give him some minutes. I know he's not impressed, but Slot needs to try and sort of influence him to the team, man. It's gonna be tough, but
he was on for about 10 minutes in the cup final,
and he scored. He scored as well. So I don't know. I think if Slot can get the best out of him, obviously coming back from an ACL injury is not gonna be easy, and it's gonna be. I don't know, man. It's gonna be hella tough. Gravenberch turned into a monster DM this season. Yeah, Slot turned into a monster DM, but I think he was always that. I just think he was getting a lack of minutes. There was no confidence.
I think you've got to give Slot credit for that, because everyone was screaming for a defensive midfielder.
And then and obviously Diaz might leave. I don't know about Diaz. I think Diaz will stay as a backup left wing. I think the thing is with Liverpool, right? They're not the type of club to go and spend crazy money on players. They don't go and spend money like that. I think the last crazy transfer window they had was in like 2019. I think when they signed Alisson in goal. They signed
2019, 2018.
2018-19 season. My bad. Yeah. That's what I was saying. 18-19 when they had Naby Keita coming in. Obviously they signed him the year before, but then he was loaned back to Leipzig, or he agreed terms and he joined the following season. So Naby Keita signed.
Fabinho.
Sorry. Fabinho on deadline day, who United were crazily in for, and I don't know how they fumbled the deal, but typical Man United anyways. Alisson. They signed Robertson the year before, so that doesn't count.
2 years before.
They signed him in 2017-18. They signed him in 17-18, not 16-17. They signed him in
Shaqiri. That's it.
Bro, Shaqiri was playing for Stoke at one point.
They got relegated.
Yep. Shaqiri was a good player, man. He was a very, very good player. Very good player for Liverpool. And yep, they signed after Stoke got relegated. Yep. That's it. Like, it just tells you that Liverpool don't often go and spend money on like crazy money on players. But then again, it depends on how many players leave. Because let's say I don't like to be the guy who likes to be delusional, but let's say all of them leave. Are Liverpool gonna fall? Is that gonna be the downfall of Liverpool, or is that gonna be like Liverpool just maybe rebuilding and they get back the following year? Because I don't know.
I alluded to that earlier. I think that is partly wishful thinking on your part. At the end of the day, it's a hypothetical question. We don't know. I mean, it could go any which way. I feel, for what I've criticised FSG for our ambition, one thing they do provide is stability. Helps with the likes of Klopp and Slot as their managerial choices.
Yeah,
I think they'll get the adequate replacements in, and they'll keep a steady ship, and stay in the top 4 certainly for the next few years at least. If hypothetically they were to leave as well.
City getting stronger, potentially. I'm not gonna say definitely because you just don't know who they'll sign. I know they'll go and spend a lot of money, 100%. I think they will spend a lot of money. But the problem is, who will they sign? That's all. I think they'll definitely spend a lot of money, but it depends who they sign. And
you throw enough shit up the wall, eventually it sticks.
Yeah, 100%. So City gonna have to try and spend all that money if they can. They're going to have to try and spend the money. They're gonna have to try and throw money at players. Obviously, they got Marmoush now. I think that's the left wing sorted. I think that's now, and Kusanov is a decent right back, but I think they should go sign another right back. If you ask me, I think Rico Lewis might say it's a bit too early. It's not the right back you think he is. He's been absolutely for me, genuinely, if you ask me, I don't think he's been good enough. He's just not been good enough for City, Rico Lewis. So yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just gonna be hella tough to see what they sign. But yeah, this is true. Florian Wirtz. City are massively linked to Florian Wirtz. If they get Florian Wirtz, that's gonna be a massive signing for Man City.
I think Wirtz goes to Bayern.
You think he goes to Bayern?
I think he does. Yeah, it's funny I mentioned that actually because I was actually reading this thing earlier this morning about how obviously Bayern signed Götze before the Champions League final against Borussia Dortmund in 2013. And they were apparently they actually asked Dortmund if he was injured at the time, but if Götze was fit to play, Bayern wouldn't have wanted him to play, and Dortmund would have adhered to that. So that's where I get the Wirtz thing from. I mean, at the end of the day, there's a common trend where the best Bundesliga performers eventually end up at Bayern. So I don't think it's a far-field shout at all. I feel that's probably more realistic than City, if I'm being completely honest. But hey, who knows? I keep referring back to it. Who knows, man? I mean, at the end of the day, we're dealing with hypotheticals. I won't believe anything until I see it. That's where I'm with Arsenal signings. I don't care what the rumours are. I don't believe it unless I see them holding the Arsenal shirt.
100%.
Yeah.
There was a time where Sky Sports were all about Sky Sports were all about potential they're sorry, how do you say it? They were I wouldn't say it was like a surprise package. They weren't announcing medical. They weren't announcing this. They weren't announcing that. They announced it when the signing happened. I remember Van Persie's transfer to Arsenal very, very well. My uncle told me when I woke up one random morning, he told me to go check Sky Sports, and Van Persie was holding up a United shirt. I'm like, I did not think that and the fact that they were telling me a few days ago, my cousin and my uncle were telling me a few days ago that it wasn't gonna happen. I think they were saying that it's not going to happen anymore. So I'm like, oh, we should sign Van Persie, man. That'd be a massive transfer for us. And then, we signed him a few days before the season started. I think we signed him just before the season started. So yeah, Penny Remedy my hacks to be mentioned. Wow, hey, if this happens, then Arsenal have really fumbled it because they're the only team that have made a bid for him right now, or that at least have talked with Zubimendi. Unless you count Liverpool, but Liverpool, you saw what happened. He turned down Liverpool.
He turned down Liverpool.
I think that's a big mistake.
I don't know. They've got Camavinga and Chouameni. What was the one? Zubimendi as well. I know Chouameni's been playing at centre back and Camavinga at centre back and left
I
back.
don't see
Okay.
Don't see it. I don't see Real Madrid going for Zubimendi.
I think he'll be ours, but we never know. No.
I think he's more a Barca player than a Real Madrid player. I'll be honest. I think he looks more that the CD. Obviously, we've seen a history with CDM and Spanish players. You know, we all know Rodri going from Real Madrid to Atletico Madrid to Sky. To Atletico Madrid to Man City. And then you had Busquets staying at Barca. You know the CDM of Spanish CDM players at top quality. So, hey, Zubimendi makes a step up. I think Barca is the right move for him. If I'm honest, because I don't know if Frankie De Jong's going to stay at Barca for a long time. I don't know if he'll stay. The problem is, will he accept, a wage cut to stay at Barca? That's the problem. Barcelona having to force players to take a wage cut now, I think.
They have done for the last few years, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they've been doing that for the last few years, and with the economic level that's been going on, I don't think it's going to happen. So, but the thing is, I think, like I said, Zubimendi, if he goes to Barca, that's the right move for me. I think Barca is the next move for Zubimendi. Yeah, it was, and I want to talk
about this last time.
I want to talk about this again, because football back in the day, we were all getting gassed about Ballon d'Or announcements and all that, but I don't understand why. Do you know what it is? We know insights of transfers now. And do you know what? I kind of like the transfer things now. I don't mind it now. Like, if you're actually seeing the medical thing. But the repetitiveness and everything, the news, the repetitive news, like, you're seeing, but then he broke the news that Vinicius ain't going to go to the Ballon d'Or. I'm like, so...
Why leak that?
And the thing is, right, back in the day, they used to tell players that they were winning the Ballon d'Or. They were pretty much breaking the news to the player. But the thing is, nobody will. But there was no sources to confirm anything. And then they'll act like surprise. They'll act surprised on the day that they're going to get the Ballon d'Or. So
it's like I said. I think it was the last stream actually. We're never going to see an Ozil to Arsenal scenario ever again.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I remember in the summer of 2015 scouring across all different websites across the internet that was linking Arsenal to Karim Benzema. I mean, nowadays I just sit on Fabrizio's Twitter and just refresh, hoping that Ornstein's bomber comes up. The transfer dopamine's definitely gone to an extent, but at the end of the day, what can you do? I mean, it's modern age. Fabrizio's got his contacts and he's taking full advantage of it. Fair play.
Yes, I am. I am, because back then, right, Sky Sports used to break pretty much everything. Like, they used to break the news. They used to break the big news. Like, I was on Sky Sports for pretty much the first 6-7 years of me watching football. I think Sky Sports was the number one source I could trust, because they were just they had the best. If you ask me, I think Sky Sports at the time had the best sources. I could trust Sky Sports, but now it's just like they've just dropped levels. I think Sky Sports
with the rise of Fabrizio as well. You can actually see that they know stuff pretty late.
And this one, Arsenal signing Ozil shocked the world, bro. I remember, like I said, I woke up the next day. Right? I was going to school. I didn't check my phone. I didn't check anything. And I went to ask because I was asleep. I woke up for school, right? The next day, transfer deadline day ended. I didn't even know who United had signed. But we signed Fellaini. I didn't even know about it because I was asleep, right? My friend was celebrating Arsenal signed Mesut Ozil from Real Madrid, and then I asked who United signed. He said Fellaini. I'm like, oh wow. I actually at the time I was like, you know what? Fellaini was a good signing. He was. The following year he was class for United under LVG. I think he was class for United, and Mourinho as well. He played very well for us. But yeah, no, I think football back in the day, the news were just on another level. I think football news back then was much better than what it is right now. Because we don't know medical, because the thing is, on a random day, like I said, bro, I'll tell you again, the Memphis Depay signing to United, I was just checking. I was just like, you know what? I was just there. I was just reading news. So all of a sudden, I scrolled through something on Facebook. You know, his Facebook used to be the number one source of football. I used to No, it was. I was on Facebook. Yeah, I saw like a Dutch, what do you call it? Dutch writing right about Memphis Depay. I translated it, and it was him joining United. And then I checked Sky Sports. Memphis Depay signed for United. I'm like, what? Of all the news you expect, like of all the places you expect, Memphis Depay. I checked Sky Sports. Sky Sports is the one that just gives you like all the best news like back then. And yeah, also ESPN was decent back then as well. ESPN was top class, but now it's just like been taken over by journalists on Twitter. And I don't mind it, but at the
It's
same time,
funny.
like, stop spoiling things for us. We don't need to know it.
It's funny because I was on the edge because I wasn't using Twitter at the time. Summer of 2019, I was on the edge of my seat on deadline day because the clock just ended on the 11th hour, and I wasn't sure if Arsenal had signed David Luiz yet. I didn't know if we got the deal done in time. So
Yeah.
like stuff like that doesn't happen now. You're never on the edge of your seat because you know about at least 12 hours beforehand before Sky even reported what's going on. So. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't have as many memories of you of transfer windows because obviously I'm younger than you and whatnot. But I still understand what you mean because I used to be in that position as well with Thomas Lemar, with Karim Benzema, with David Luiz, whether he'd sign or not. Yeah.
I'm sure you've heard the 90-minute app, the 90-minute. Like, we all used to read football transfers rumors on that app, the 90-minute. It was a top football like
I've heard of it,
source.
never used it.
20, you've heard of it, right?
I've heard of it. I
Not
used to use One Football instead.
90-minute was good. But then nowadays, like, we don't know any more about transfers. Like, I'm just sat. Sorry, we don't know, like, like, if a club's gonna come swoop in. Obviously, like the Ronaldo rumors, like with him going to Man City, right? Like, you've got, you had Fabrizio tweeting that, oh, he's gonna go Man City. Then United swooped in. Okay, that was fun. That was fun. I'll be real. Like, because the way United swooped in and got Ronaldo from Man City before Man City did, that was fun. Because I was just reading the news, I was hella stressed, man. Like, please tell me Ronaldo's coming back. He's going to Man City. Like, just don't do this to me, man. Don't do this to me, man. And I'm like, and then the following night he's signed for United. I'm like celebrating. I'm in tears, bro. Because like, trust me, he's like my favorite player joining my favorite club again. Like, you gotta embrace it.
I thought you'd win the league after. No, I thought you and Chelsea would battle that out for the league.
I was too. I was like, yeah, surely.
I thought Chelsea would win it, but Man United were like runners up, like Arsenal style under Arteta. Yeah.
Because Chelsea also had a great transfer window that year, and then everything just got ruined by football players just like not giving a crap, and not giving a crap, but it's just everything just fell apart, man. And it was sad. That season had so much potential. I was like, nah, this could be the year, man. And then it's obviously not. Now this was, nah, you're. Now we will get into this, the stat merchants, everything, but obviously, like, back then, I was just like, bro, you had United, City, and what was it, going in for Van Persie. Like, you just didn't know who was going to sign.
Juventus.
Who's going to sign for it. There was no like, oh, Juventus as well.
Juventus.
There was 3 teams in for Van Persie. We didn't know who was going to sign for it. They didn't report it properly, and then the next day, and then the next thing you know, he signs for United. On the following morning, he just signs because the news doesn't break. Like, there's not like, okay, I'll say this though, media coverage back then compared to what it is now, it was not as high class or high quality. Obviously, with the media coverage now, it's easier to report transfers. It's easy to report everything, but back then it was more fun. It just wasn't like sort of spoiled. But I'm not. This is not me downplaying Fabrizio Romano and what he does for his job or anything. I'm not downplaying Fabrizio Romano, not one bit. Well, but what I'm trying to say is, don't spoil news. Don't spoil things for us, because I just want to be there seeing who's going to win the Ballon d'Or. I don't want to see news breaking through like, oh, but this player is not going to the Ballon d'Or ceremony. I don't want to know that. I don't want to know that. I want to know who's going to win the Ballon d'Or secretly, because that just pretty much gave me the answer of who's going to win. That pretty much gave me the true answer of who was going to win the Ballon d'Or. So that just ruined everything. Yeah, Ronaldo game versus Newcastle, bro. That was, I was like, please, United, like, Please, bro.
Bro, it was a 3 p.m. blackout over here. Couldn't even
And
see
you
it.
know
I'm
what?
even pissed off.
That's Peter Drury's first ever game that he's commentated on a 3 p.m. blackout in the UK. Because you know why? Because Fabrizio Romano, not Fabrizio Romano, sorry. Peter Drury was a top commentator. He always had the early games or the late games. He never had like the 9 o'clock games. Everyone wants to listen to Peter Drury. Everyone wants to listen to him. He's got he has the aura of a top commentator. If you ask me,
For your
if
aura.
if that's how you want to say it, that's how you want to put it. He's got the aura of a top commentator. Yeah, sorry, and the fact that he was there commentating for the Ronaldo game was crazy. Like, I couldn't have felt a lot better about United at the time, but then everything just fell apart. And then we beat West Ham a week later with Lingard's winning goal. I was like, yeah, United, please do this, man. Please be the year, man. I can't see it not be the year, man. And then next thing you know, things fall apart at home to Villa. So yeah, I had questions on the manager at the time, but I don't know. But yeah, let's get into this one as well. Sofa score and stat merchants. Do you think stats are kind of ruining the way we watch football?
I don't think they're ruining the game,
view?
but they don't show the full story at all.
I agree.
I feel like I get stick for this from my fellow Arsenal fans, but Henry, yeah, his stats were brilliant, but in the high pressure moments, in the high pressure games, and I'm not even talking about finals in this instance. I'm talking about away games or even home games sometimes, mainly away games against the top clubs. He has such a poor record. He only scored once at Old Trafford against United. That was in a 6-1 defeat in 2001. He only scored once at Anfield. No, twice at Anfield. One of those in the FA Cup, fair enough. The other one was a penalty 6 years prior.
Yeah.
So obviously his goals helped carry us to titles and whatnot, but people are starting to clock onto it now in the biggest moments, in the biggest games. He often didn't contribute like that. Obviously, he still played well, but at the end of the day, if you don't have a goal or an assist, I mean, that's massive now. So you're going to get criticised for it. And I think to an extent it does ruin your viewpoint, because at the end of the day, the eye test is the most important.
I agree.
But there's always going to be a cap on how talented people think you are or how good people think you are based on your goal and assist output. And I think that is valid to an extent, because at the end of the day, that's the most direct way, or those are the most valuable metrics in your team winning a game. So, but like I said previously, it doesn't tell the full story. So there needs to be a good balance between how you judge stats and how you judge what you see.
This is mad.
I saw that earlier.
Crazy.
Bruv, I didn't even care about the news that much. I go on my timeline on Twitter.
Yeah.
And it's insane. It's like a war ground between Liverpool fans and everyone else, essentially. It's brilliant.
Listen, though, at the end of the day, it's football, and it is what it is. It happens. But yeah, I agree though about stats. Like stats, it kind of ruins the way people view football, because you're just viewing the game with stats. But people will say, "Oh, a player played well." But if you watch the overall game, all they ever got was a goal and an assist. They didn't really get like a top class performance, like for example, example, how do you say it? How would you want to say it? Like a player who wants to constantly dribble past players, like watch like their comps, skill comps. But at the end of the day, they'll go watch they'll go watch skill comps. Fans nowadays will just see, like, you know what, a player's coming. Let's hype him up. Let's bring his stats up, and let's go watch his comps. They'll only go watch his comps when the player's about to sign for them, rather than actually go and watch the comps while they're playing. Before, it's like in a game, like when you analyze a game, you don't want to go watch their comps after analyzing a game, but you want to go read the stats and say, oh, they played well. They don't want to go look at the bigger picture. How many times they lost the ball? How many times they've, been dribbled past.
I feel
And
like this is drifting towards Mohamed Salah territory here. The whole
Yeah.
debate around that.
And speaking of Mo Salah, there's been a debate ongoing for the past maybe let's say a year, right? And it kind of really pisses me off, or it kind of really like upsets me. Yeah. The Mo Salah versus Cristiano Ronaldo debates in the Premier League, and how many years has Salah played in the Premier League?
Well, since 2017, he's been here about 8 years.
About 8 years.
Yeah.
Ronaldo's played in the Premier League for 7, almost 8 years. So if you want to tell me,
We've got a good time sample to compare those two.
Ronaldo came back and was one of the top scorers in the Premier League in a crap United team at the age of 36.
37 at one point.
36, 37, yep. And it just tells you everything you need to know. That United were... Sorry, United, but... Look, go watch that Ronaldo 07-08 season, right? That year, the guy won PFA Young Player of the Year, PFA Player of the Year, Fans Player of the Year, Golden Boot. Bro, he was, at the time, it was level with the top scorer of the Premier League in history, right? 42 goals and assists from right mid. Won the Premier League, won the Champions League, was the top scorer in that United team, a stacked United team, with Rooney, Tevez, Nani, Carrick, Giggs, Scholes, Ferdinand, Vidic, Evra,
West Brown.
Neville as well was there. So you had your team. You had a good front line as well. And then you go look at Ronaldo's year that year, bro. I'm sorry, yeah. That Ronaldo year beats every single Mo Salah season in Premier League history, and I don't care, including a Ballon d'Or as well. Ronaldo won a Ballon d'Or while being here, and I'm sorry, yeah. I just want to end on this, yeah. Sorry, end this debate. We're not done with the show yet, but this for me, that Ronaldo 07-08 season beats every single Mo Salah season at Liverpool. I don't care. It just does. You can tell me Mo Salah's 32 goals in a Premier League season is better. No, it's not. It's clearly not better. You can't tell me that's better. It's nowhere near better than what Ronaldo did in 07-08. I'm sorry. It was one of the toughest eras in Premier League history as well. It was. It was one of the toughest eras in Premier League history. So, yeah, I want to know your thoughts on this, because I'm kind of fed up with the debates, and I'm just like tired of Liverpool fans trying to force the agenda. But, yeah.
Well, first thing I will say is that I like Salah as a player, and I don't want this to come across disrespectfully to him at all, because he is a world-class talent, and he is one of the best players we've ever seen in the Premier League. But, well, first of all, 2 Premier Leagues to Ronaldo's 3. Equal in Champions League wins. Both scored in the final, although Salah's was a penalty, admittedly. I feel if Liverpool had won the Champions League this year along with the Prem, his season this year and Ronaldo's in 07-08 would have been like one of the best debates we could have had. But fortunately they got knocked out. Unfortunately for that debate to die out. Like I say, his goal and assist output is insane, but you have to put into context. Ronaldo came into a foreign country as an 18-year-old kid, and he developed into the player we saw from 2007 onwards, which is a credit to him as a player, is a credit to Sir Alex as a manager, and is a credit to how Manchester United were run as a football club. I feel Salah, he was... I can't remember how old Ronaldo was in 08. I think it was 23.
21. He left when he was 23.
Okay, 21. Where was Salah at 21? I think he might have been at Basel. So if you want to compare them at similar ages, I mean, that tells you all you need to know.
Pretty much.
Obviously, Ronaldo is Ronaldo is a better footballer than him, and he has a better Premier League legacy than Salah. But that goes to show how good Ronaldo is, considering how good Mo Salah is as well, in terms of goal and assist output, and in terms of how much of a threat he's made Liverpool.
And both have played at a very, very similar length of time as well. Because I know Ronaldo came back. I know he didn't play for 7 years straight in the Premier League, or 8 years straight in the Premier League. But still, like, come on, man! Like, it just tells you everything you need to know. Like, it's just like, how do I want to put it into words? Almost 8 years Ronaldo played for United. Almost 8 years. It wasn't like 7 years straight. And play for United for 7 years is it's the same thing. Doesn't mean you have to play 7 years straight. Ronaldo came back and scored bags of goals. Was second the runners up to Heung-min Son. Unfortunately, Heung-min Son was very, very good that year. But I don't know, man. I'm just pretty much like, it just upsets me that people don't want to see the overall picture. They don't want to look at the awards that he's won in the time. They just want to look at, goals and assists. They just want to look at longevity.
Those awards are a greater measure of performance than team honours are as well.
And I'm not for one bit dissing Mo Salah. I'm not saying he had a bad Premier League career. But come on, like, comparing him to Cristiano Ronaldo, who's done so much more in a shorter space of time, if that's how you want to call it, then I can't see Mo Salah being better than Ronaldo. I just cannot. Salah can win the second Premier League title. He's still not better than Ronaldo. Ronaldo won 3 in a row. He won 3 in a row. And he won the Golden Boot. He won the I know Mo Salah's won plenty of Golden Boots. I know he's won 2 or 3 Golden Boots, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
I think he's won 2 so far.
Two
about to be a third. Yeah.
Ronaldo won back-to-back Young Player of the Year in the Premier League.
It's like I say, he came in at a different time of his life, his career. He came in as an 18-year-old kid, and look at what he developed into.
In terms of Premier League legacy, in terms of career, in terms of what, I'm not saying Phil Foden's a better player than Mo Salah, but Phil Foden's had a better legacy because he's won the treble. He's won 4 Premier League titles in a row.
6 and 7 years.
6 and 7 years. So Phil Foden's Premier League legacy is better than, I think, let's say, both Ronaldo and Salah. But I'm not saying they're better players. If you go and ask me who I think is the better player on the eye, it's Ronaldo by a country mile. And I think Ronaldo deserves to be on that right wing.
In the Premier League all-time 11. I
think Premier League legacy also comes into play, but if you also look at eye test, Ronaldo's by far the better player anyways. I put Ronaldo on the right wing spot. And you agree as well, yeah? Ronaldo has to go on the right wing spot.
I think he does, yeah.
But speaking of Premier League, let's do Premier League team of the season so far. I think that's before Liverpool win the Premier League. I think this is where we do it because for me, the only teams that should be in the Premier League team of the season are the players that have won the league. So let's do team of the season so far.
Well, based on what you just said, I think the majority of the Premier League players, Premier League team of the year so far is going to be Liverpool players, isn't it?
Should be Liverpool players.
But we can always fight for other players to get in.
I ain't fighting for any United player to get in. You can try argue with an Arsenal player.
Well,
I can argue.
So, it shows how poor the league's been this year. We haven't won more than 3 Premier League games in a row, and we're in second place.
This has been the worst, I think, Premier League season in history. Genuinely, if you ask me,
this
has probably been one of the worst Premier League seasons I think we've ever watched. Man City were in the gutter. Arsenal just couldn't fight Liverpool. Chelsea were 2 points off and fell off a cliff.
Spurs and United completely taking the piss.
15, bro. It's supposed to be the best league in the world, and you see all these clubs falling off, and Liverpool just running away with the league. It just tells you everything you need to know. It just tells you everything you need to know. Yeah, this as well. I also forgot to mention, Ronaldo scored in 2 finals that year. The final day of the Premier League season, he scored the opening penalty. He scored the opening goal of the game against Wigan, the penalty. He scored in the Champions League final to take us up, to go 1-0 up. I know Salah scored in the Champions League final as well, penalty. Could debate if it was a penalty or not, but Salah's best ever season was nowhere to be seen. Big game of the cup final. Yep, missing against PSG. Exactly, facts.
As soon as he came off, his replacement scored.
Yep, Salah
Harvey
came
Elliott.
off. Chiesa scored, bro. And he got replaced by Harvey Elliott against PSG.
PSG, yeah. Then he came off against PSG in the first leg, and then his replacement Harvey Elliott scored within a minute.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry. I was thinking,
That's right.
which goal? It was the first leg. Yeah. Sorry, my bad. No, you're right. But like I said, bro, eye test is just it. You need to view the game on eye test, and trust me. And there's a reason why I say Ronaldo is my personal goal, because of the way I used to like him, how he played. I used to like the way he played. Obviously not right now. I'm not. Obviously, you just gotta appreciate him while he's still here, because when he's retired, you're just gonna feel like you've lost. Football's gonna lose a massive icon when he retires. So is Leo Messi, and yeah, I just think appreciate him while you can, even if you don't enjoy the way he plays. Enjoy his goals, But for me, I just love the way Ronaldo played at United, Real Madrid. He was banging goals. He was bombing up and down the wing, scoring absolute screamers. Winning Champions Leagues with Real Madrid. Scoring. But starting counterattacks, a few skills here and there. It's just my eye test, bro. I trust me. The numbers can say for itself, but for me, I enjoy football with eye test as well. So, yeah. Sorry, I want to go back to obviously the point, the Premier League team of the season.
Yeah.
But before we do that, people, make sure you guys smashing the like button and hitting the subscribe button as well. Let's get up to 170 subs. I think we're like how many subs away? I think we're like 6 subs away. Let's get there soon, people. The link's there. Click the link and subscribe. Head over to YouTube and comment down below that you're here from Twitter or wherever you're from. But yeah, let's go to Premier League team of the season so far.
I'll let you start off with the goalkeeper.
Actually, do you want to bring up the football squad builder?
All right, then.
Let's bring up the squad builder. Yeah, technical level in Premier League is poor. 100%, bro. Technical level is dead now compared to what it was back then. You used to have
lineup builder.
Yeah, that's fine. Lineup builder is fine.
So, what formation do you want?
I think
4-3-3.
Yeah, that's the formation for football nowadays.
Oh,
it's hard to get. It's hard to go past that. I think 4-3-3 is the right formation to go with.
Well, no, I need to try and change the formation.
That's cool. It's cool. No worries.
There you are. Bingo.
Speaking of bingo, we will play footy bingo as well later on in the show. So make sure you guys tune into that one as well. If you want to see some footy bingo, more footy bingo on the channel, hey, leave a like and subscribe. We ain't going nowhere. International break or not, we ain't going nowhere. So, yeah. All right. Let's bring this up, shall we? All right, in goal.
Yeah, we'll try. I'll let you decide who goes in goal.
All right. So we'll go one by one, yeah?
Yeah, all right.
In goal. Oh, this is tough. I'm going to go with Matt Sells from Nottingham Forest. Yep.
That is a shout. I was thinking about him. I was thinking Alisson has been injured for a long period and Kelleher had to fill in for a few games. So has he really had the game time available to warrant a start? You think Matt Sells?
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough. I agree with that completely.
I think Matt Sells is.
There we go. Done.
Yep, Matt
Right.
Sells in goal. Right back.
This is
All the Premier League has now is low block, almost lifeless players. We need players to yeah. No, this bro. Don't forget Michu as well. Michu was a baller back then, bro. Michu was so good. Michu was one of those players.
must
Even
before I
Adele,
started watching football.
even Adele Taarabt as well was top quality at the time. Yeah, Hatem Ben Arfa was one of a kind, man. I used to love watching Hatem Ben Arfa play. When he left Newcastle, I was like, why are Newcastle selling this guy? I don't know, man. But yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, Matt Sells has been really good. Facts. I said that as well. Same time as you as well. Right back. I'll let you decide on this one. You can go right back.
Right back. I'm thinking. I honestly think I don't know because Trent hasn't racked up that many assists this year, and I've watched Arsenal every week. Timber has been absolutely exceptional, but I don't know if you have any other options for that.
I think Timber has been really, really good.
I don't know. There's so many players. It's strange because I don't think anyone's had really an outstanding. Olaina is a good. Olaina is a shout actually. I feel we have to give Nottingham Forest the benefit of the doubt.
Trippier right back maybe.
I don't know.
Trent Liverpool. I think it's hard to look past Trent.
I don't know. I don't think Trent's played too well. Well, I mean, obviously he's top of the league, but there's not been that many outstanding performances from his perspective.
That's true. No.
He's not in the top 5 assisters of the Premier League, which is rare for him. So, to what extent has he actually had a good season by his standards? I'm not too sure. I'm leaning towards either Timber or Olaina.
I'll go Timber. I think Timber's been good.
Timber, fair. We need some Arsenal representation. It's like I said before. It's like I said before we started this. Like Arsenal are second in the league, and yet none of their players have really stood out. You know, which is just ridiculous to think about.
And before you say people, I have released the new AN Sports Instagram account, so make sure you guys go follow that one as well. Same profile picture, same name. So make sure you guys follow the AN Sports Instagram. I think we will be releasing a lot of clips from shows and so on. So make sure you guys tune into that. And the link to the YouTube to subscribe it's in the bio. Center backs. I think you can't go wrong with Virgil van Dijk here. That's the number one. That's the number one center back.
Van Dijk's an absolute steal.
Yeah, I think Van Dijk's got to be in there.
Good old Virgil.
Yeah, Virgil.
Dutch connection.
Yeah, Dutch connection. And is that Belgium behind as well? So
exactly.
Nah, Mazraoui in class as well. I'm not. This is a disclaimer. No Manchester United players are making this 11. I don't care. We're not bringing players in from that position. I'm sorry. They've been shit. All right.
Says that like it is, Akron.
Sorry.
You say it like it is.
Say it as it is. Next centre back. You got Hulson from Bournemouth. You've got Murillo from Forest. Yeah. You've got Botman from Newcastle. Gabriel from Arsenal. Konate from Liverpool. We've now gotten the top choice out. We've now taken the top choice out.
I'm going to go with Hulson. Bournemouth. I don't know if that's how you say his name, but I can spell it.
It is Hulson.
Hulson, yeah.
I will argue.
I'm going to go for him personally, but Murillo's a good shout as well.
Who was the other centre back? The Brazilian centre back? Not Murillo, but there was another one from Forest. There's another centre back. I think he plays alongside him, if I'm not mistaken.
Is it Zabani?
Nottingham Forest.
I've got Nottingham Forest. Oh no, that's Bournemouth. No, my bad. No, that is Bournemouth. Yeah.
Let me just bring it up.
Milenkovic.
Yes, thank
Is that
you.
you meant?
Thank you.
It's alright.
Yeah, Milenkovic. Another one, Milenkovic. Thank you, Jack. No, I was thinking about someone else. My bad. I wasn't thinking of Milenkovic. I was thinking of someone else. It was not Milenkovic. I was thinking of Brazilian. But I don't know who, man. It's hard to say.
I reckon we need some Bournemouth representation at this point.
Do you know what? Fair enough. I think we'll go with Houston. But Milenkovic has been quality though. Because look at the way Forest has been playing games.
I'm looking at this Forest squad right now. Yeah, they've all played out of their skins.
They have.
I feel bad not having Olaena in there, to be honest.
We could maybe switch it up later if we go and people in the chat help us out as well, because we'll definitely we're gonna need your help 100%.
Left back.
Oh, there's 3 players in mind. I have 3 players in mind. Anthony Robinson from Fulham. You've got Kirkes. Thanks, Arian. And Aitnuri? Nah, not Aitnuri.
I got Nico Williams.
It's between Kirkes and Robinson.
No Nico Williams. Not Nico Williams. Is that his name?
Neco Williams.
Yeah,
from
Forest.
Yeah,
Neco
Forest.
Williams.
No, I don't
not Nico.
Forest. No, I don't think so. Let's go Kirkes. I think Kirkes has been the best left back, if you ask me. I think Kirkes has got to be there. Yeah. I think we gotta go Kirkes. For now.
Fair enough.
That's true,
We can always change it up.
Chemistry. I can always change it up later if we go on.
Central midfield. I've gone Gravenberch.
Yeah, I was
going to say many options.
I was going to say Gravenberch as well. It's going to be hard to argue against Gravenberch this season. He's been the best CDM. Obviously, with Liverpool looking for Zubimendi in the summer, I think they were going to sign Zubimendi, and then they completely forgot that they had Gravenberch. And ever since then, they've got they've integrated Gravenberch into the squad. Slot did, and he's just been a monster in midfield. So yeah, you've got to give it to Ryan Gravenberch. And yeah, that's my CDM choice as well as yours.
Yeah, Gravenberch.
Gravenberch.
To be fair, are there any other alternatives? Not really.
No, I don't think so. Well, 100% it would have been Rodri if he was fit, but no. If Rodri was fit all year, then I it's hard to argue against Rodri, because he was
depends how City would have.
Now, I guess at the start of the year, we were seeing that he was top class. He was playing so well, and then ever since he's been out, Haaland's goals have dried up.
Yeah.
Well, he's not been consistently bagging, but yeah.
More to the same extent as he usually does.
The thing is, though, Jack. Yeah, the thing is with that, by not selling Gravenberch, is the problem that is they never played him. They hardly used him, compared to the likes of maybe Kimmich or the likes of Goretzka, whatever it is. So yeah. No, I hear your point though. They never should have sold him unless company wanted to use him or not. If not, then not company. Sorry, Thomas Tuchel, wasn't it last year? They have too many midfielders. Hey, listen, you can never have too much when you're winning.
To the same extent, Liverpool are on the track.
My next midfielder, I'm gonna go with Alexis McAllister.
Alexis McAllister, fair enough. I haven't thought too much. All I've thought is Morgan Gibbs-White is the other midfielder.
We can agree on. You know what it is? You can lock in your midfield. I'll lock in mine as well. I agree with you. Gibbs-White.
Gibbs-White and McAllister, yeah? That completes the midfield.
Gibbs-White and McAllister, 100%.
Is it just MC?
No, it's Alexis.
There we go.
Yeah.
Cheers for that.
His first name usually, I think, on this one. Yeah. And we'll go with Morgan Gibbs-White. Why not? And most of these players that have been playing, and most of these players that are playing, are in the FA Cup quarterfinals.
Timber aside. Oh, and Virgil von der Leyen.
Aside from Timber and Virgil van Dijk, yeah,
Gravenberch.
the Dutch players.
Right.
Oh, and
Shall we just
Gravenberch
get
as
the
well.
obvious? Shall we get the obvious out of the way for the forward line?
Yeah, Salah, come on, Salah.
Yeah, I mean, there's no contest here whatsoever. By far and away the best player in the league this season.
But now they have Pavlovic as well. Bayern Munich, they have Pavlovic. So I don't see any reason for him to be there. I don't know which position Pavlovic is exactly, but I don't see him playing ahead of Pavlovic at Bayern, I think. But fair enough. I mean, that's a good shout, Jack. Okay, this is now where it gets interesting, because we could go both ways here. On the left wing, let's list every single left mid out or left wing out. Let's say left wing out. Let's list them. So I think this season we've got to look at like players that have played very, very well.
Indeed.
There's Isak, who can play on the left. There's Elanga, who's played very, very well for Forest.
He plays on the right mainly for Forest, I think.
But we can't include him on the right because Salah's playing there.
Yeah, no. I think Callum Hudson-Odoi usually plays on the left for Forest, so we could include him as well.
Definitely not Martinelli. Definitely not Smith Rowe. Not Iwobi. I don't know, man. It's tough to say.
Okay, you've convinced me with Isak. I think striker is between Haaland and
Chris Wood.
We haven't even mentioned Semenyo, but Haaland and Chris Wood. Yeah. I don't know. We could. I'd play Isak on the left wing, although we have the likes of Semenyo and whatnot.
You've got to give credit to certain players as well. Like there's Mbuemo in midfield. There's Wissa. You have some good players in the team that will definitely be left out. There will be some players who will be left out 100%.
Justin Kluivert's played well as well. I mean, it could be.
He has played very, very well. And who's that Bournemouth striker again?
Evan Nilsson.
Evan Nilsson, been quality.
I don't know.
I don't know
about Evan Nilsson.
I think it'd be wrong to leave Isak out of this team. So I put Isak on the left mid.
Left wing, yeah.
Yeah, left wing. I go Isak on the left. Yeah,
the striker playing at left wing.
He has played. He has played on the left, and I think striker. It's between.
I think it's got to be Chris Wood.
Chris Wood, Erling Haaland.
Considering Haaland would have been striker for the last two team of the years. We've got to go Chris Wood.
Is he still the top scorer of the Premier League, or is that Mo Salah now? I think
Salah's top scorer. But in terms of who's behind Salah, that is Isak and then Chris Wood, and then Mbuemo behind with 15.
I would go with. But then again, it'd be wrong to leave Mo Salah out. I know Chris Wood's been unbelievable, but it'd be hard to leave Mo Salah out. It's not Mo Salah, Erling Haaland out of this. It'd be very, very hard to leave Erling Haaland out of this. It would be very, very hard to leave Erling Haaland out of this. I know he's not been amazing on the eye, but at the end of the day, the striker's job is just to get goals. So and Haaland's been rocking up the goals, even if City's been crap, and he's still, bro. The fact that Man City are where they are right now, and Haaland's still top and still one of the top scorers is crazy. Because I think he scored 10 goals in the first 6 games, I think, of the season, which is unbelievable. And obviously with Rodri being missing, Haaland's goals have slowly gone downhill. His consistency in scoring goals has gone downhill. Chris Wood. We'll go Chris Wood. Why not?
Chris Wood.
You don't often see Chris Wood making team of the seasons, and this is team of the season so far.
And having fucking Mason Greenwood anywhere near here.
All right, so let's go to the team. So
Taking a picture of it.
you agree on Matt Sells, yeah?
Indeed, I do.
Julian Timber, I'm a bit skeptical of still, kind of.
I feel like I understand for Ole Einar shout, but at the end of the day, if the team in second has no player in the team of the year, then like, can we really take the rest of the league that seriously? You know?
I'm not trying to discredit Hilson here, but maybe Gabriel, because he scored a few goals from centre back.
Fair enough. I just feel it's we need Bournemouth representation in here as much as anyone.
We can skip. We can take Hilson out and put Gabriel in. Because it's hard to see Gabriel score this many goals from set pieces and like, you know, he doesn't often, like, he's not that goal scoring center back. I know goals are not important for a center back, and I know goals will not tell you the whole story, but he's been immense for Arsenal. I think without Gabriel, I think you guys are fifth at best. I'll be real. I think without Gabriel in defense, I think you guys could go down to fifth. Saliba's been
Champions League place.
I think Saliba's been very, very average this year. If you ask me, I think Saliba compared to most years, he's been very, very average this year. Sorry. He's definitely been average this year. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Gabriel.
Fair. I'd stick with Hilson, but fair enough. I mean, if you want me to change it, I'll change it.
No, it's okay. It's all right, man.
Fair enough. Well, we'll just debate what we've already chosen. Fair enough.
Timber
Anthony Robinson, I understand your shout there. I put him in my FPL because I knew he'd be racking up the assists this year, which he has done.
I had to use my free hit last week because I had bags of players out. I had to bring in Bruno Fernandes as well, and to be fair, he has been quite good. So yeah. Cole Palmer's been top, yeah, and then he's gone missing. Yeah, fair. I agree with you, man. He's been good, and then he just fell off a cliff. Let's argue with Timber. Let's not argue like in terms of like, you know, like let's say he's been crap, but like you said earlier, leaving Ole Einar out is kind of tough.
I understand. It's like I said, I've watched Arsenal like every single game. And Timber has been absolutely. He's been like our only consistent performer in all of them, alongside Gabriel, funnily enough. So this is obviously coming from a biased perspective. I do feel like for a team that's second in the league, there's got to be some representation there. Yeah, you know what I mean. But no, you know, I understand what you were saying. Like, for a team that's top of the league, the majority of their players have to be in. But that doesn't really make it interesting, does it? So.
And I forgot to give credit to Miles Lewis Skelly as well at left back. He's come up the ranks of Arsenal. He's made his debut this season, or was it last season he made his debut?
This season. He got booked before he came on.
He made his debut this season. He's made the England national team. He scored his first goal for England. He's definitely getting, you know, recognition. Gotta give credit to Miles Lewis Skelly.
For context, in October this season, he was playing against MK Dons in the under-21s. Fast forward 5-6 months, and he's scoring for England on his debut. Meteoric rise. So fair play to him, but he didn't play until September, and he wasn't a consistent starter until December. So I don't think he deserves to get in ahead of the likes of Kirkes or Anthony Robinson.
Midfield, I think I agree with all three. I think all three is just. I think that's the right move. However, I would actually. Yeah, I would move McAllister and Gibbs White. Chemistry wise, because McAllister and Van Dijk on the same side. But I think we can leave it, no problem. I think we can leave it. Actually, it's okay. But Salah on the right wing, Chris Wood up top, and Alexander Isak.
I think Haaland deserves a shout, obviously.
I wouldn't go Caicedo, bro. I'm sorry. I think Caicedo's been quality, but he's dropped off a level in the second half of the season. I think when Chelsea were 2 points off, I'd be like, do you know what? Caicedo definitely deserves a shout. But ever since then, Chelsea have fallen off so much. I just don't. It's just hard for me to include a Chelsea player in the team. I just think, because bro, I only include teams that have really impressed me this season. I think Newcastle have definitely given me some definitely impressed me.
Anthony Gordon, we didn't even mention him.
Yeah,
We've been stacked for
facts. I was gonna mention Anthony Gordon as well. Do you know what? Actually, do you want to move Isak up top and put Gordon on the left?
I don't know, because I feel like Haaland has to get in if we're going to change the attack.
It's hard to leave Chris Wood out, isn't it?
It is. I mean, all these players are interchangeable. That's one thing I will say. Apart from Gravenberch, because I don't know if anyone's really performed at his level throughout the season.
No, I'm sorry. Not Mbeumo left wing. No. You're taking the piss now.
No, he's a shout. Mbeumo's a shout.
Come on, Isak is by far he's just been on another level. He's been on an absolute tear this season. Like he's already won Newcastle their first ever trophy, right? He's already won 70 years.
Domestic.
It's hard to argue against Isak, because the thing is I want to include Chris Wood as well, and Isak has to go on the left. He can play off the left, so I'll go Isak on the left. He's definitely impressed me on the left.
Yeah. And obviously we can't argue against Mo Salah. I mean, that would just be ridiculous.
I agree with Ole Einar at right back though, but I think we've got to give you got to give Chris Wood his credit, man. Chris Wood's been unbelievable this season. Like he's taken things to a whole new level. He's taken it to a whole new level this season, Chris Wood. Because you don't often see Nottingham Forest in the position they're in right now, do you? And Chris Wood has just been scoring bags of goals, and for a striker of his caliber to have been at clubs where he was at Burnley, he was at where was he?
Newcastle, funnily enough.
Newcastle as well. Was he at Leicester?
No, I don't think so. No, Chris Wood, he's Burnley, and then Newcastle signed him to get Burnley relegated, and then they sold him to Forest, and the rest is history.
But I go with Chris Wood up top, and Isak on the left. I think I'd stay with this. He was at Leicester and Leeds. Yeah, I was wondering because Chris Wood was definitely playing. Because Chris Wood was definitely playing for more than this. He was definitely playing for more teams than this. So yeah, no, this is true. Isak, Wood, Salah, great front three. I think that I agree with that. The midfield trio, I also agree with that. The back line, Timber, Virgil van Dijk, Hulson, Kirkes. I could argue Gabriel maybe or Konate, but it's hard to argue against the way Hulson's been playing this season as well. So, and Milenkovic as well. So actually, do you want to make a second team of the year for players that have been left out?
Okay then.
Or do you want to, or you want to just leave it as it is?
No, we can make another one if you want. Wait a minute. I'll stop sharing this screen and I'll start sharing the other one.
How about we do La Liga? I know we don't watch La Liga much compared to Premier League, but we can definitely do something with La Liga if you want.
No, you're gonna have to carry that one, mate. Hey, my name's in the title.
Make worst team of the year.
Ooh, that's a shout.
Let's do this. Let's do worst team of the year. We have
Well, it's going to consist of Southampton and Leicester, isn't it? Okay.
It'll consist of Man United players as well, and Tottenham players.
I wouldn't go as far as putting Arsenal players in that. I don't think we've been.
No.
Right.
Maybe Kai Havertz, but other than that.
Hey, well, he's not as bad as everyone makes out. That's all I will say, even if he is shit. Shit. X1. There we go. 4-3-3 again.
What's the worst? What do you think? Which formation do you think has been the worst in the Premier League this year compared to
What formation has Southampton been playing, chat? And we'll put it into that.
Robert Sanchez in goal. Yeah.
Nah.
I think he is the.
I
I think Chelsea fans will say he's the worst. I think Chelsea fans will go as far as say he's the worst keeper in the league. You can even maybe go with Aaron Ramsdale. You know,
Wait a minute.
he's been. I know. I know.
No, you definitely can. He's been shocking, mate.
He's been shocking.
Oh, I'll always love the guy, but everyone else was crying when Raya replaced him. Mate, I couldn't give less of a shit. Oh. I'm sharing now.
Let's do worst team of the season, or at least okay. I'll change it up. Let's do flop team of the season better. I don't think we should do worst team of the season. Let's do a team of the year with the biggest flops.
Flop Premier League 11.
Yeah, so like players that have flopped this season so far. All right,
Look at you again.
Goal. All right, in goal, Robert Sanchez. I think it's hard to argue. I think it's hard to argue against Robert Sanchez. I mean, he's been absolutely terrible for Chelsea, man. He's been.
Do you just mean flop as in they've played bad? Or...
Sorry.
Do you mean flop as in they've played bad, or they've been bad signings?
Played bad, or have been underwhelming.
Okay, carry on with what you say.
I think underwhelming. I think Robert Sanchez just signed this season. I don't think he signed last season. He signed this season for sure.
He played with Chelsea last season as well.
Last season, okay, but I still think this season he's been awful. I'd go Robert Sanchez Robert Sanchez for me. Robert Sanchez. Or would you?
It's Aaron Ramsdale for me. I mean, if we're using flop, Ramsdale was brought this season, and he's been shit. I'll put in Sanchez if you want.
As much as I hate Andre Onana, yeah, he's kind of made big saves for us because we'd be in the relegation zone, bro. Real talk. So I wouldn't go with Onana. I'd go with Aaron Ramsdale, 100%. He's just signed as well, and he's been shit. We're going with flop. We're not going with No, I hear Ramsdale in a shit team, but there's a reason why he's not being selected for England anymore. It's Pickford over him now, isn't it? So I'm gonna go with Ramsdale. I think
always has been.
It's harsh, but
I'm gonna go.
I think Aaron Ramsdale is the right move. I think for me.
I think Petrovic has played some of Chelsea's league games as well, so he hasn't. Sanchez hasn't been involved in every game. So, to what extent can we put him in the flop 11? I don't
know. Right back. Thomas Partey right back? No, I'm kidding.
Thomas Partey, well, when he plays at right back,
Petrovic is on loan to Strasbourg. Yeah, he is. And Robert Sanchez is
I'm just going to look up Southampton's scores.
Bro, Chelsea fans have been pissed with Robert Sanchez. But to be fair, I'll argue in Aaron Ramsdale's case here, yeah. Southampton have a shit team, bro. They have a fucking shit team, bro. Like, real talk. Their team is just absolutely terrible. It's so hard to, it's so hard to argue for anybody. Not even Tyler Dibbling. I know Tyler Dibbling's a talent, but if you go look at the team around it, like, Southampton have a crap team, man. That team is definitely championship fodder. It's nowhere near Premier League fodder. So it's hard to argue. It's hard to argue for Aaron Ramsdale. Sorry, it's hard to argue that Aaron Ramsdale has been underwhelming because obviously he's playing a crap Southampton team. But then again, some of the mistakes he's also made has been crazy.
No, if he's people trying to convince me he should be England's number one. If you want to be England's number one, you can't have that many goals.
Yeah, but Arian, Southampton have more games left than Derby did. Southampton have more games to get 2 points. So you never know.
Okay, Southampton playing a 4-2-3-1. So
Man said trust the process. Hey, listen. But the thing is with Aaron Ramsdale, the guy played for Arsenal last year. I think last year he was sold. He was sold.
yeah, it was.
When was he sold? This season he was sold.
Yeah,
so
it was.
I don't know. I just don't see a reason why Aaron Ramsdale should be in there as of right now. Because the thing is, like with him, he's just, and with Chelsea they concede so many goals because, like, if you look at Chelsea center backs, it's not the worst center back pairing in the league. But the keeper's just making blunder after blunder after blunder, bro. Like constantly, he's constantly making blunders. Like we're seeing it in front of our very own eyes. So I think we should change it to Robert Sanchez, if you ask me.
Genuinely,
And I don't think Chelsea fans would argue against that.
I don't know.
Because I'll bring up some streams, yeah, that Prime has been on here. He's been cussing out Sanchez like anything. He's been cussing out Robert Sanchez. Yeah, I agree. I would go Sanchez as well, bro. I think you need to go Sanchez. I think it's hard to argue against Robert Sanchez here. I know Aaron Ramsdale is in a Southampton team, but
No.
to be fair with you though, look at the Southampton players around him. Like it's not as great. It's hard to play the Southampton team with a crap. It's like putting David De Gea in like a say. Yeah, it's like putting David De Gea in fucking Norwich City. No disrespect to Norwich or anything, but it's like putting David De Gea in Norwich. You know what I'm saying?
Fair play. I don't know how to remove players from this, so
I think
please do bear move.
I think click edit. Or
the pen.
Or click swap or click below.
Put them on the bench. How about that? No.
Or
how do you do this?
Click the icon below, swap. There's an icon below, edit, swap. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, click.
And then what?
Click. Hold on.
Boy, well, this is embarrassing from my perspective, isn't it?
No. This is our first time using this. Don't worry about it. I've seen people use it before, but it's not the greatest. Click edit again.
What, VX? Oh,
yeah,
VX.
Click X, yeah.
Oh shit, my bad.
No worries. It's all good, bro.
Clicked X and then it goes back to that.
Click edit. I think edit.
Middle one.
Edit. Yeah, this one. Click edit and scroll below. Yeah, remove.
Oh,
yeah.
My bad, lads. That is terrible from my.
It's cool. Don't worry. It's the first time using this app. So yes, I think I'd go. I think it's hard to argue Robert Sanchez, bro. Yeah, Robert Sanchez. It's so hard to argue against Robert Sanchez.
Literally, fair play. Bro, I just think that
this is true. This is so true. Courtois and Neuer would almost concede. They're playing like, they're keepers, right? You won't have like a Tom Heaton, Burnley type performance against United like that again. The thing with Aaron Ramsdale is like, he's also I know he's making blunders as well, but bro, look at that Southampton team, it's crap. And look at Robert Sanchez, bro. Look at the Chelsea team around him. He's making blunder after blunder in that team, bro. So I think it's hard to, because go look at that Chelsea Fulham game at Stamford Bridge, where he pretty much gave the ball away that led to Fulham's winning goal. He kicked the ball straight back to Fulham. I think was it a long kick downfield, and it was just like, yeah, I sound like an NFL fan here. Long kick downfield. But yeah, but big at the Patriots anyways, making some good moves. Right back. Diogo Dalot.
Seriously? No, you can't. I don't know.
He's been crap.
Come on. You've got Kyle Walker-Peters there, lads. I mean,
Pedro Porro. Oh, no. I know he's only been there half a season. Kyle Walker.
This is Premier League.
No.
Yeah, that's a shot.
We're going with flop. We're not going with like, say for example, like a flop. So like players that have flopped badly this season. that have been
In
massively underwhelming. That we expected them to improve.
Right, okay.
I hear the Onana shout, but United's team is not that great, anyways.
Same logic with Southampton.
Yeah, same logic with Southampton.
I don't know. I'd have Kyle Walker-Peters here.
Ooh, Rico Lewis, could be a shout. He was supposed to fill in Kyle Walker's position. He was supposed to fill in for Kyle Walker. He's been so underwhelming. The amount of goals he's been giving away. And this is harsh on
Rico Lewis is a shout.
It's harsh on Rico Lewis, but he's just been so poor for City. He's just been Kyle Walker. I want to go Kyle Walker, but he only played half a season. This is so far. So we're going on from like August, but actually, to be fair with you though, when did Rico Lewis fill in for Kyle Walker? Like December?
It was around December time. When he got the equaliser, then
I'll go Rico Lewis. I'll go Rico Lewis.
Oh, fair enough.
I think it's absolutely dreadful, man. Would you agree with that?
Well, of course, he hasn't been that good.
So. You know what? I think that's our left back.
I'll put him at right back. Shit, my bad. Well, you can play right back as well.
Nah, he was playing left. He's been playing left wing back for a majority of the season. So we'll go with that later. But let's go with defense. Axel Disasi.
Disasi is a shout. I can't help but say Lenny Euro. He hasn't really set the world alight, has he?
No, he's been injured from August till about November.
Actually, I'll tell you who I will say: Jack Stevens from Southampton. People like it gives me the hump, because it gives me the hump, I should say, because I don't understand why Russell Marson was trying to play Barcelona-esque football with Jack Stevens at the back.
This is a shout
because he kept giving the ball away.
This is a shout. Wood Fires.
Our face as well. Yeah.
We can go. You know what? Jack Stevens is fair, and we'll go with Wood Fires. I think that's fair.
Sweet. What centre back pairing that is?
Dragusin.
Draguson's a shout as well.
He's a shout because he was supposed to fill in for what Van de Ven when he was injured.
Draguson's a shout.
Christian Romero.
He's been injured.
He's been massively underwhelming. Badiashile. No, I don't. I actually go with Axel Disasi.
I think we're shitting on Chelsea a bit too much. Like,
no,
because they're still in the top four. Like, I don't know.
Disasi's not. Oh
yeah, well, fair point.
He's at Aston Villa now, isn't he?
Oh, it started the season at Chelsea.
You know what? Draguson's a good shout. I think Draguson's a very, very good shout for Spurs. 100%. Draguson's definitely has to be in there.
I think in a flop Premier League 11, a Spurs player has to appear at some point.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Dragusin. I think Draguson's the right move.
There we go. You beautiful Romanian bastard. There we go. All right, left back.
Left back, Diogo Dalot. I'm sorry, he's been awful.
I don't know.
Ipswich.
Is this not through the perspective of a Manchester United fan rather than a football fan?
Okay, I'm actually. You know what? This is embarrassing for me because I'm actually getting confused now. I don't know what the criteria is for me in terms of like players that flopped. I don't know the criteria anymore. Is it like signings that have flopped, or is it like players that have been underwhelming Premier League? Actually, let's go underwhelming. Actually, can we change it to underwhelming Premier League?
Yes, sir. Okay.
I think we should change it to underwhelming. I think we should change it to underwhelming. This is a bit underwhelming.
It's because I can't see you at all, and you just keep saying Dalot randomly. It's brilliant. Right.
You couldn't see me just now?
But no, I can't see you, but you keep saying Dalot, which is hilarious. Carry on, please. Underwhelming. Okay.
You couldn't see me saying Dalot, yeah?
No, I can't. That's the funny thing. It's like whenever I mention a new position, you keep saying Dalot.
Diogo Dalot, left back, left wing back. Surely a United player has to be in there.
I
Do
don't
you know what
know,
it
man.
is, though, Jack? Yeah, I agree. Underwhelming is better, but shit Premier League side has come as well. I don't mind it. It's definitely gotta consist of players that have been so underwhelming, man. Yeah, shit Premier League side has come. I don't
I'd
mind it.
say Andy Robertson's been quite underwhelming if we're going down that route. I mean, he hasn't really performed. Obviously, Liverpool are top, but I don't think he's really had
It's
any
hard to
outstanding
include
performances.
It's hard to include a player that's been top of the. It's hard to include a player that's top of the league.
Yeah, I guess that disqualifies him. But for me
It's even
personally,
hard. You know what? I'll put in a disclaimer right here. It's even hard to put Darwin Núñez in this team because you know why? The guy scored 2 goals against Brentford to win them the game, and now they got 3 points from that. So it's hard to include him in that.
well, thing
And
is, we know Darwin Núñez is underwhelming as well. That's the whole point of his play style. Underperforms on XG and everything. Like,
I
to
think we
what
go Dallo.
extent?
I think we go Dallo. Who's Southampton's left back?
What's Dallo done to you, man? Come on.
But who is Southampton's left back though?
Oh, the Southampton team that plays at Anfield. What's his name? R. Manning. What's his name?
Who's Ipswich's left back?
Ryan Manning. Ipswich. Wait a minute. Boardinghouse. Ipswich's left back. What's your name, mate? Something Davies. Leaf Davies. Davis. I don't know. I'll put Dallo in because he seems so insistent on him.
I think Dallo's been fucking awful, man. I'm sorry. He has been, bro. I think a year ago or two, I think he was all right, and now he's been fucking like he should drop the whole level, man. I'm sorry.
Well, poor Dallo, man. I'm gonna get a restraining order for him on you.
No, just yeah, he has to be in there, man. He's been awful for United.
God knows what you call him when you Man United.
To be fair with you though, Masraoui has been playing left wing back at some point, but then again he's been at right wing back, and then Dallo's just been he switched to left wing back and he's just been awful.
Right.
Midfield,
one thing I will say, Ugarte in midfield. Nailed it.
I won't go Ugarte. I think that's much worse.
Go ahead.
Destiny Udogie. I'm
Dallo in midfield.
Bro, Prime. I watch Dallo every single week. The guy is absolutely dreadful. Real talk. If you want to talk about underwhelming, he's been underwhelming and he's been bad. Like we could go both here. Dallo's been awful. Maybe last year, the year or two ago, I'd be like, do you know what? Fair enough. He's actually kind of stepped it up.
Hey, to Diogo Dallo's family, I'm so sorry.
11 Dallo on the pitch. Yeah, I mean
This is class.
11 Dallo on the pitch. Udogie has definitely struggled. You know what? I hear the shout. I hear Udogie. No one expects anything from Dallo. Well, you're playing for United, bro. Come on, like there's a difference. Like you're playing for a United side that's just been fucking dreadful. By the way, do you still have the Premier League team of the season on? Do you still have the Premier League team of the season? Like up, because I want to ask Prime for his opinion on this one.
Oh, I mean, I'll show it to my camera. I deleted the tab so my laptop could run more smoothly.
No worries.
No, that's right. I'll send it to Prime on Twitter. But...
No, that's the problem, bro. Like,
can you see it? Wait a minute.
We are 15th because our defense is just awful, bro, and that's why I'd say Dallo has been so underwhelming. But you know what? We can go with Udogie. Why not? We could go.
We got to keep Dallo in, man. Come on. And I'll
okay, do you know what? Fair enough.
We have to keep Dallo in after that rant. I mean, come on. Poor old Dallo, man.
Okay, I'll send you the link, Prime. No worries. But yeah. But let's complete this anyways. Midfield.
Go ahead, mate.
I would not say Bruno Fernandes. I think he's been all right. I think Bruno's been all right. No, Thomas Partey has been absolutely unbelievable this season. If you ask me, I think he's been one of the best midfielders this season. If you ask me,
Prime, I sent you our Premier League team of the season on Twitter/X.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can definitely discuss it while we're on. Partey's been very, very good, bro. Actually, do you know what? I think he's been Arsenal's best midfielder. Underrated shout, but I think he's been Arsenal's best midfielder. Declan Rice has been underwhelming this season. We can do shit, yeah, but underwhelming Declan Rice is in there. It was underwhelming Declan Rice.
I disagree.
You think so?
I disagree. I think Declan Rice has been. One thing I will say, he was playing with a swollen ankle. I think it was a swollen ankle for a good chunk of the first half of the season. He got that stupid sending off against Brighton. Nonsense. Apart from West Ham at home, he has been fairly consistent. And Newcastle away. He's been fairly consistent for
West Ham. We haven't spoken much about West Ham because we all thought West Ham was going to be one of the teams to watch, especially with the transfer window they had last summer. Signing Todibo, they signed, Wan-Bissaka. They signed some good players, man. Who was that midfielder that West Ham signed this past season? I think this last summer they signed.
Wasn't Ward-Prowse? Well, Ward-Prowse is a shout because he hasn't done anything.
Sorry, who?
Ward-Prowse has been underwhelming for me. He hasn't even banged a free kick in yet.
You could go Ward-Prowse. Harry Winks, potentially.
Harry Twinks, yeah.
Guido Rodriguez.
I'd say we need a Leicester player in here at one point, so I'll go Harry Winks. I mean, whenever I've seen Leicester play, he's never set the world alight. So.
Yeah.
I'll go Harry Winks.
I'll go with Harry Winks. Why not?
I'm going to make a full 11 of Dallows. Send it to you after this stream. I can. If you pay the rent late, you get consequences for it. Anyway, other midfielder. You go ahead, Akavin, man, because you seem to have more of an opinion on this than me.
I don't know, man. I'll be real. I really don't know. You've got to include a Tottenham player in there.
I'm thinking Udogie, because the way your fans reacted to him signing and what you've ended up guessing is absolutely insane.
But where is Udogie playing though?
He plays at left back mainly. Well, he has played in midfield, to be fair. But then again, no one expects much from Spurs either. It's like what Prime said previously in chat, about United.
Bissouma's a good shout. Bissouma, but he's not shit though. Like these are players that are actually, for me, I just think they're not good enough.
I'd say Maddison's in for a shout, but he's a bit further forward, so we won't talk on him yet.
He's saying rent's been paid, man. You've been hypnotized. Listen.
We're not discussing this on the live stream camera.
Nah, we're in the stream, fella. You have yourself a good evening then. So, flop season, much rather. I think, okay, we could have so many names for so many starting 11s. We could even have a starting 11 of second best players. We could even have a starting 11 of underwhelming players.
I was thinking of underappreciated players, like the likes of Jed Spence and whatnot.
Underappreciated players.
This season, who haven't got the praise that I feel they deserve.
Okay.
But sticking on this, I think Ugarte has to be in there. I mean, he came from PSG, so there were high standards.
I wouldn't say Ugarte, because I would probably go Bissouma maybe.
Bissouma, I don't know.
He's never had a season where he's just been outstanding, or he's just been because people talk about, yes, they signed him for a cheap 25 million from Brighton. That was a steal at the time. But has he impressed ever since? I can't really name a season, or I can't really name a run of games where he's been all right,
No, Foden's further forward as well. Never mind.
Ugarte's been okay. I agree. He's not been awful.
Gundogan.
No, we can't
Come
include
on.
him in shit. We can't include him in shit. He's not shit.
No, but this includes underwhelming as well. It's an umbrella term.
No, we'll not. We ain't putting underwhelming in this one. This is shit only. I actually don't rate Rico. I actually don't think he's good enough. Anyways,
Fair enough.
I actually don't think
I'd
he's good
have Ramsdale in the head of Robert Sanchez.
enough. I think Chelsea. I think Robert Sanchez in the goalkeeper is kind of fair. I think Prime will come on and he'll agree with us.
Fair enough. I'd go Ugarte. You'd go Basuma. I'll put Basuma in.
I think Basuma is fair.
Fair enough.
This is hard because Ugarte has actually had a good run of games where I think he's actually been alright. Rice is not shit, Shivani. Come on, like
Rice ain't shit.
Yeah, Rice is not shit. This is not about this season. We're just talking about like players that are currently playing that are shit. Like I just don't think Rico Lewis is good enough. And this is no disrespect. I just don't think he's been good enough at all for Man City. He's constantly been giving away goals, been constantly losing the ball. We watch football with our eyes in it, so we can tell like he's been crap.
Right, I'm gonna force someone in here. That sounds quite bad, but hear me out.
No.
Yes. I have an agenda against this guy. I'm not afraid to admit that. No. PFA Player of the Year, the worst defense of that title I have ever seen. He has been utter shit, right? He had more kids at the Euros than he had goal contributions. Yeah, I'm not hearing this. Yeah, he's stinking. Nah, okay. I'm not going to say too much, otherwise I'll regret it. But he's in the shit Premier League 11.
He's definitely been okay. He's definitely been underwhelming, 100%.
Yes, no, he's been poor. He's been shit.
Nah, Sancho's had a good start at Chelsea. He just dropped off second half of the season, just like Caicedo. I think we'll put him in underwhelming, but he's not. I don't know. I just wouldn't do it right now.
I think one thing I will say, Wayne Rooney saying that Bellingham's a great player, but England need to build the team around Phil Foden. You can see why he didn't make it in management, can't you? No, Phil Foden has to be in here. I'm sorry. I'm willing to hear arguments, but I'm not changing it. I've got control.
If we put De Bruyne in, then we put Gundogan in as well. Then this is by the way.
Too old. That's the thing.
By the way, this is players who have been shit this season. Yeah, not players who are shit. Like underwhelming as well. Underwhelming can be. Well, okay, underwhelming has been like a player who's been good the year before, and then the following year they just dropped off a level. For me, this is like players who have just been playing, who are just shit. I just be real. I think these players are not good enough. So I don't think I'd include Phil Foden in there. I put him in underwhelming for sure. He'll be underwhelming, but he's been
Akerman. This is what I mean. He has got such low standards compared to his competitors in the England squad, so to speak. If you think, okay, I don't want to wear my Arsenal hat here, but if Saka had the season that Phil Foden's had, he would be getting pelters worldwide. Yeah, 100%. Worldwide. This guy is the most overprotected guy I have ever witnessed in football.
Rashford.
The amount.
Do you know what? I'm tempted. Genuinely. Rashford.
No, but it's Villa form, man.
Go up top, and you could put Foden on the right wing, or you could put Rashford on the left wing.
I'm not taking Foden out. That was one executive decision that cannot be reversed.
Foden's not a shit player, though. That's all I'll say. He's not a shit player, but he's definitely been massively underwhelming. He's definitely been massively underwhelming. I think the past few years has been quality. He's been quality for Man City. It's just what's happened to him since the Euros is definitely we had to talk about it. He's done. What's he done ever since the Euros, man?
Akerman, I repeat, he had more kids at the Euros than he had goal contribution. Hey, mate, and Southgate did not have bollocks to drop him whatsoever.
It's the Man City tax. That's why I think he played.
Phil, honestly, poor. He's been underwhelming. He's been shit. Like,
Yeah.
we need to hold them to these standards. Yeah, PFA Player of the Year. You are voted by your fellow peers as the best player in the league. And what have you done since? He scored a brace against Ipswich, and I saw people come out of the shadows again in his defence. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I've got to have him in here, Ackerman. I'm sorry. I don't know what the chat's saying. It's probably disagreeing because of the amount of strong PR from him.
The chat are getting confused, and it's my fault because I was supposed to say underwhelming Premier League 11. Underwhelming, De Bruyne is definitely in there.
Wait a minute. Okay. Are we mixing the two then?
Shit and underwhelming.
Mid. Underwhelming, that would mean that the title gets lost in time. Mid. So, like, they've been underwhelming, poor, like, average.
You can put a subtitle as well. Also underwhelming.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. Yeah. Underwhelming. Fair enough. Okay, so then we put De Bruyne in there.
De Bruyne, okay.
De Bruyne,
like I said, I think you got it.
De Bruyne, Gundogan, Kovacic, all in there. Put them all in there. I don't care. I wouldn't put Haaland in there though, because Haaland's actually been racking up the goals, even if he's been in a shit Man City team. I wouldn't put Haaland in this team though. Still, I think De Bruyne has to be in there.
Okay, I would take Basuma out for Gundogan or Ugarte.
I do the same. Sure. I do the same.
Gundogan.
I put Gundogan in. Yeah, Gundogan. Nice. Edit and then remove. Yeah.
Cheers.
Yeah. I put Gundogan in there.
It's got to be Ugarte, man. I'll let you off.
Because the thing is, we can put Ugarte alongside him. Actually, we can remove Winks and put Ugarte in there.
Oh no, that's too many midfielders. We need some attackers to fill up.
But the thing, Ugarte has not been signed permanent yet.
I'll let Ugarte off.
He's on loan with a what do you call it? He's on loan at United with a. He's on loan at United with obligation to buy, and I pay the obligation to buy fee. I wouldn't fucking sign him. I wouldn't. So we could definitely do a lot better. Anthony's already in La Liga. You can't put Anthony in there. You can't put Anthony in there. Sancho.
I think Sancho's a shout.
Or João Felix. Do you know we can go João Felix up top and we can call him, and we can put in brackets center forward, if we could try.
Are there any other strikers that have been underwhelming? Oh, Fulkrug for West Ham. He's done absolutely nothing.
Good shot. Very good.
I'll go Fulkrug.
No, you're missing out on somebody.
Who's this?
Rasmus Højlund.
Hey, blimey. Yeah,
the guy's
Højlund or Fulkrug for me.
22 games without a goal in the Premier League.
Shall I put Dallo up front?
No, we're putting Rasmus Højlund in there. I don't care. Sorry.
How do you spell the motherfucker's name?
Yeah, correct. Højlund has to be in there, man. There's no way he's not in this team.
There's no legendary option. Okay. There we go. Now, right winger.
Rashford?
It can't be Rashford. He's been playing well for Villa.
Shivan, I don't think Martinelli's been great. However, he has stepped it up recently. He's looked a lot better recently. So I wouldn't go
in his absence. I'll give him that.
Yeah, he has 100%. I would maybe argue Sterling.
Did we expect anything of him though?
No, but
but
actually no. Not
Williams
Sterling.
Sterling's a shout. Sorry, I meant
No,
PTSD.
Willian's definitely been better than Sterling this season. Willian's been
No,
alright.
I'm sorry. Arsenal PTSD, Sterling, Willian, same players.
Oh, sorry.
It's just Willian plays more often, so I've got more of a bad memory.
How about Bernardo Silva?
That's another shout.
João Felix, Jadon Sancho, Rashford, Bernardo Silva.
Rashford isn't in with those guys.
Players who have definitely played well in the past. Okay, to be fair, we didn't expect much from Rashford this season. To be fair, João Felix, but is João Felix on loan again, or is he a permanent signing?
No, I think Chelsea signed him permanently, didn't they? Correct me if I'm wrong, Chelsea fans in the chat, but
I think it's been made. I think still another loan signing. No. No, actually, no. He is permanent. My bad. He was permanent. I would. No, not Mudryk, because Mudryk's been suspended. You can't really put Mudryk. He's been suspended. This is players who have played across the entirety of the season.
I think Sancho's a shout.
Sancho?
I think he's a shout. Now, if we were going to say underwhelming, I would say Palmer, but obviously he's not shit.
Hey, did you see the comments on the United post yesterday?
Freedom
fighter Jadon Sancho. Yeah, Mudryk's at home 5 years ago. Look, I would include Sterling, but Sterling's hardly played. This is players who have constantly played across the whole season.
Consistent minutes,
yeah. And De Bruyne's had consistent minutes. He's played off the bench. He's been absolutely dreadful. Who knows? This could go down really, really bad. This starting 11, right, could go down to have an amazing second, final stretch of the season.
Come on, Dallo. Our faith in you.
We're out here looking back. Oh, I would love Dallo to step it up. I need him for the Europa League, man.
Prove I have been wrong.
I need him for the Europa League, man. I need him for the Europa League. I need him to play well for the Europa League, so I would love Dallo to play well. You could argue maybe who's Spurs right winger? Is
Brennan Johnson. He was actually in a pretty good purple patch earlier on.
Yeah.
Kulusevski. Nah, he's always decent for Spurs.
Okay, purple patch players. No, we're not including them. Madueke. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he scored the hat trick against Wolves. Or it might have been 4 goals against Wolves.
To be fair though, Jack,
I've been
calling Dallo shit for a while, so. Nah, but you know what? I do need a hat trick, bro. And this is not me shitting on Dallo like that.
Yeah, it is.
No. What I mean by he's shit, yeah. He's been shit this season. There's times where he's been good, but he's been shit this season, for a majority of it at least. And I would love Dallo to step it up now. And I need it for the Europa League, man. We need to win the Europa League. And I need Dallo to fucking step it up, man. If he doesn't step it up, we're screwed. So it is what it is. Because we need him at fullback, man. So yeah. Nah, Son's not been. Nah. I'm not including Son in this. I'm sorry. No. Just no.
He's been poor. That's a shout, Monkey.
We'll go with João Felix. Even though he should. Do you know what it is? Let's put Foden on the right, and let's put someone else on the left. Madueke. Actually, no. Noni Madueke is a good job.
Hashtag justice to Dallo. Get it trending, people. Come on. I'm not letting the poor sods get abused like this.
Okay, fine. Let's put Madueke in there.
Madueke. Okay. He can play. He plays on the right, doesn't he?
Oh, true. João Felix is at Milan now. I'm not using too much United bias, bro. I've got nothing against United, bro.
Justice to Dallo, man.
I've got nothing against the United players, bro. It's just this is mixed between shit and underwhelming, and there's been a lot of players that have been worse. Winks has been much worse. You know, you've got players that are in the relegations have been much worse. So I don't know, man. I want to know Prime's thoughts on this though, because this is
going, bro.
This
you
is
said
going to
literally
cause
to
controversy.
Can you guys hear me? Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you well. Yeah.
bro. Hey, Kevin, you said 2 minutes ago that you're not putting Rashford in because of no expectation, and yet you're putting Dalot in there. There's too much bias, bro. I'll be so real.
I expect a lot from Dalot. I do expect a lot from him.
But it's not about what you expect. No one expects anything from Dalot. He shouldn't be in there. Udogie was. People said he's the best left back last season in the league because he played 10 games. No, but Dalot needs to be in here. No, but I'm just using the comparison. Dalot shouldn't be in there. It should be Udogie.
You think Udogie should be a left back?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
If you want, you can put in Dalot over what's his name, Rico Lewis.
I think Rico Lewis has been crap, man. I'm sorry. He's
okay, cool. Then Dalot shouldn't be in this 11 then. FaZe, Dragusin. Yeah, I guess.
I know you.
Gundogan shouldn't be in here.
I'd have Ugarte over Gundogan.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why people expected Gundogan to do anything at City. The guy's in his like mid-30s. I don't know why people expected it. I when people were saying it's a great signing, I said it wasn't going to be because he's in his mid-30s. Why did people expect him to do anything? I don't think Gundogan should be in there.
What do you think of Robert Sanchez's goal? You agree with that? I mean,
I think Ramsdale.
I think it should be Onana. As bad as Sanchez has been, and he's been horrible, Man United fans were saying that Onana is the best goalkeeper in the league.
Yeah, but to be fair with you,
should be Onana.
Chelsea actually have a good team. Like United don't have a good team.
I don't. But United shouldn't be this bad, and part of why you're this bad is because of how many goals Onana concedes. And you now play a back five, and you're still conceding goals. Onana got Olympic gold twice in a week in back-to-back games. He needs to be in this 11, not Sanchez. And I hate Sanchez, by the way. I hate him. It should be Onana. Bro, 10 games. Bro, a month into the season, you guys said he's the best goalkeeper in the league.
I did.
He should be in this.
Not
no,
me.
United fans. So he should be in here. It should be Onana.
This is based off our views, and
I know, but bro, it should still be Onana. It should still be Onana.
Okay, fair. We can go Onana. We can go Onana and go there.
KDB shouldn't be in here. He was injured for a part of the season.
It's mixed and it's shit and underwhelming both.
KDB hasn't been underwhelming. He's been poor. He was injured for a part of the season. I don't think he should be in here. Madueke, people can say what they want. I don't think he should be in this. I think there's other wingers you can put in here. Foden, I agree.
Wings.
Who?
Harry Winks.
Winks. Yeah, I guess I don't have a problem with Winks being in there.
Okay. We can remove Gundogan and we can remove KDB, I guess. We can still
wait. Hold on. Who put KDB in here?
I didn't. Not me.
Oh, it was oh wait. Hey Kevin, what were your picks for the three midfielders? Yeah, what were your midfield picks? Who did you say?
My midfielders that I said.
Yeah.
I didn't really say much about midfield. I wasn't really like.
You didn't pick any midfielders.
I went for wings.
Okay, so
I'm going for what the chat say. I'm not.
So Josh, it was you that picked the midfield.
I wanted Ugarte over Gundogan. We both agreed on De Bruyne.
I agree on Ugarte should be in there over Gundogan. I'm surprised that apparently he's the United's worst player. No one put in Bruno.
Nah.
All it's bro, you want to dive on the hill of Dalot, but you're not going to put Bruno in. He's apparently just a terrible player. Crazy.
Bruno Fernandes has just been getting. I don't know, man. I just.
So you rate Bruno?
It's hard to argue against Bruno Fernandes while United.
You rate Bruno now?
You're the best of a bad bunch.
Hey Kevin, you think Bruno's been more fast for Man United?
The best of a bad bunch.
He agrees. Nice.
He's the best of the bad bunch.
Seen the light Akavin.
Højlund in there. Yes, yeah, I think
has to be Højlund. I can't argue against him.
Madueke shouldn't be in this 11. Doku should be in here.
Doku's a shout.
I don't know why bro. Hey Kevin, why haven't you changed anything?
Well,
I'm not controlling this.
Oh, it's Josh. Yeah. Oh, Josh. Yeah. Please take out Dalot.
Oh shit! No, don't swap them two. Fucking hell.
Yeah, take out Dalot. Take out Madueke.
Yes, sir. Are we putting Doku in instead of Madueke?
Yes.
Right. Doku done. Gundogan.
I can
I'm
be
putting
biased and
Ugarte
say,
in here.
but the guy's barely played, so I'm not going to put him.
Who?
I said I could be biased and put Nkunku in, but he's barely played, so there's no point.
Ugarte can go in there.
You agree on Hoyland, lads?
Yeah, of course.
And who would we have instead of De Bruyne?
One goal.
Hey, Odegaard, that's a shout, actually. Odegaard. He's been terrible this year.
I wouldn't go.
Underwhelming.
Yeah, but I think Odegaard's... Was he poor before the injury, Josh?
Well, I mean, if you mean this season, he only played 3 games. He didn't get any goal contributions.
Bernardo Silva's a shout. Bernardo Silva, I forgot. Bernardo Silva has to be in this. He's been
so I'm just looking at what you guys put for team of the season. Sells, Timber, Van Dijk, Huijsen, Kirkes, Gravenberch, McAllister, Gibbs White, Salah, Wood, Isaac.
You don't seem impressed.
Ola Aina should be in this 11 over Timber.
You think Gabriel should be
we did debate that.
Because I've been talking about Gabriel's set pieces this season because he's been scoring quite a lot from set pieces. I think he should be in there.
Gabriel should be in here.
I think over Houston, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard to disagree.
I mean, Van Dijk gets in because they won. Yeah, you know what? Fuck Arsenal. Yeah, Huijsen and sorry, Josh. Huijsen and Virgil will work. Gravenberch. I'll be real. Caicedo gets in over Gravenberch. Caicedo's been consistent all season. Gravenberch has fallen off the last few months, or at least couple of months anyway.
The problem is though, like for me, like, cause I look at Gravenberch, right, and this is not me, like being what do you call a flip flop or anything, but go look at Caicedo's first half of the season, right, compared to the second half.
No, bro, we're not doing that. Caicedo's been consistent all season. Just because Chelsea have fallen off doesn't mean Caicedo has. Bro,
I actually think Caicedo's been the best midfielder for the majority of the first half of the season. I think he's been
even the second half, Caicedo still balled. Just because Chelsea are ass doesn't make a difference. We're not doing this. I'm sorry. We're not doing this.
Let's okay. Well, what are we gonna? Well,
Gibbs White.
We can get back to it.
I hear you.
We can definitely get back to it.
Okay. No, but this flop thing.
Let's remove De Bruyne now. I don't think it's fair to put De Bruyne in there.
I'll have Odegaard and Bernardo Silva in De Bruyne.
I think Bernardo Silva. I think you put Bernardo Silva in the cam.
I don't think you guys know how bad Odegaard's been this year, but I'll put Bernardo Silva in as well.
Yeah, fair enough.
You know what?
No, I rate Caicedo.
Okay, I'll say this then. Fine. Take out Doku and put in Odegaard and Bernardo Silva. I think they've been worse than Doku.
I wouldn't. And
we expect more from Doku. We expect more. We expect more from Bernardo and Odegaard than Doku.
I don't think we should put Odegaard in there. But by the way, Odegaard's
he's been poor, man. He's been poor.
No, I know.
And the thing is, right? I don't even think like I would have heard that the injury, because I was using the injury thing to kind of defend him after he came back from injury for the first month or two. But we're in March now. Like, you're still performing this bad. It's more than just the injury. There's something deeper. And, I mean, obviously it would have helped if you had a manager that actually was, didn't force him back after the injury. But, it's not my club. Let me not crash Arteta, man. My manager.
Well, I mean, it's our fan base that are saying that because he's now a father.
We can go Onana. We can go Onana. Actually, do you agree with Robert Sanchez, or do you think Aaron Ramsdale should be in there, or maybe potentially Aaron Ramsdale?
Ramsdale's been shocking.
Bro, again, Onana.
Okay, we'll go. We can go Onana. He's been awful.
Because Ramsdale, we all knew Southampton were getting relegated and Ramsdale would be poor. Sanchez,
and we'll go with Udogie at left back as well.
I've not seen, barring Daniel, I've not seen people really defend Sanchez. Onana, people were saying he's the best goalkeeper in the league after a month into the season, bro. And then I remember United fans when you guys got Amarim were saying that Onana will be back. There are United fans who are still saying that Onana should play for you guys next season. Bro.
No, my God, no way. He should be sold, bro.
Yeah,
I didn't go as far as say he should have been sold. He should have been sold last summer, bro. That's how bad he's been. Real talk.
Justice for Dallo confirmed.
Yeah, bro.
Calm. This is not bad.
This
is bad, but I'm saying that
no, in terms of the team,
centre backs could be revised. Centre backs
no,
could
we
be
agree with.
revised.
No, I'm saying that not bad. That we agree with most of them.
Wait, centre back should be revised. Oh, Josh.
No, I'm just saying. Maybe.
No. Wait, no. Let's go into this. Let's pause. Are you saying that Levi Cole should be in here? I agree.
Took words out of my mouth there, Pro.
That's
exactly what I was going to say.
No, but we cannot include any Leicester players, any Southampton players. We have to include some of them in there, bro. They're in the relegation zone for a reason. We have to include some of them in there.
Wait, so what did you expect? No, wait, what did you expect from Leicester and Southampton?
To them to be not as shit as they have been.
Yeah.
Did you expect them to get relegated? Or be in a relegation battle?
Southampton, yes.
What do you expect from Leicester?
Them to survive.
Survival. They actually if you look at it on paper, right? I know football's not playing on paper, but they don't have the worst starting 11 like in the relegation zone. I think Ipswich. I think if you ask me, Mavididi is still a good player, and Ndidi is still a good player. You have
Leicester are. Oh, never mind. Yeah, they're cooked. I thought they were like a few points away from survival. Yeah, bro, they're like 8 points away.
I think the back line's okay. I think the back line's all right. It's mixed between shit and underwhelming, anyways. Like it's a mix.
Leicester have been okay. It's just they haven't been able to score goals. Hold on, let me check the thing again.
Yeah.
Leicester have goals for okay. Leicester have their problem has been they've scored 25 goals. They've conceded 65, but like that's not necessarily that bad per se in terms of everyone else around them. They've been poor in terms of scoring. Their problem has been scoring, not defensively. So listen, I think Cole should be in here. No, Chelsea fans were telling me that this is the reincarnate of Rio Ferdinand, but you know, it's cool. You don't have to put him in there. Matthias de Ligt hasn't been good.
Did you expect much from him though?
I did.
Yeah.
People expected so much from him. Matthias de Ligt hasn't been good.
I don't think it's worse than Wout Faes though. Like, come on, or worse than Dragusin though.
Based on expectation.
No, but look at Spurs though. Spurs.
Wait, hold on. You said look at Spurs, bro. You're 15th.
We're higher than them.
You're 15th.
No, we're 13th.
You're 5 points away from relegation. No, you're okay. Fine. You're not 15th. You are
13th. We're dreadful.
Yeah, Spurs are 13th. You're 13th. Spurs are 14th. Oh, well done. Well done.
Yeah. Well done.
Dizzying heights, Akovin.
Bro, Spurs have conceded 43 goals. You conceded 40. Bro, there's no difference. I'm sorry. The Ligt has to be in here.
I don't think we'll include the Ligt in there yet. I think we'll do it at the end of the season. So far, I think the Ligt has been all right in defense. I don't think he's been the.
You know why Kevin's waiting for end of the season? He's waiting to win the Europa League and finish.
No, I'm not. No, but this is Premier League though. I can't include him in for Premier League.
Okay, cool. Well, you
for Europa League is different. Like,
cool.
It's different.
Cool. I mean,
completely.
Cool. I mean, the Ligt for big boy Man United, one of the best centre backs in the world, apparently. In here.
Nah, I think you should put Maguire in there. Real talk.
Maguire's been your best centre back, bro.
No, he's not.
Yes, he has.
I watch you now on a weekly basis. He ever since he's come back into the team, we can see way more goals. Since he's come back,
there was a point where under Amram he was your best centre back. The Ligt has not been anywhere near your best centre back.
In the past few games, the Ligt has been quite good actually. If you go
only a few games.
No, I think since January actually. If you look at January,
I don't. I don't want to
But
hear it. We're not doing, bro. We
I'm
can't do this because by that logic, Foden has played well for a few games and he's in here.
I just think
I'm not taking Foden out.
I'll leave the lick out for now.
I want to put De Ligt in. So pause again.
I wouldn't put the lick in there, not yet. I think we'll leave it as it is. I think this is all right.
This is a good 11.
Okay.
Well, not good, but you know what I mean.
But this is
all right. Cool. Okay, has De Ligt been better than Ugarte this season?
Yeah.
What?
Yes.
I'm leaving. Bye.
Ugarte has been awful, man. I'm sorry. He has been awful. I just guess, bro.
So has Ugarte has had a few good games.
Listen, he is expected to sign for 60 at the end of his loan spell at United. It's a permanent.
Wait, who is? Oh, Ugarte's alone.
It's a loan.
I thought you guys bought him.
Nope. Obligation.
Okay, regardless, De Ligt has to be in here.
It's hard to put De Ligt in there because I think he's actually been one of our best players.
He has
one of the best.
Bro,
he's been the best.
That's not. Bro, you said that about Bruno. No, bro. Defensively, he hasn't. He hasn't been one of your best center backs.
I think he is our best center back on. I think he's our best center back.
On ability, sure. Performances, he hasn't been.
Well, the last few games, I think De Ligt has been our best defender.
When did Lissandro get injured?
Fulham game. The Fulham game. He scored against Fulham and he got injured.
When did you play Fulham?
The 1-0 away win at Fulham.
When was that? In like February.
February.
Oh, so he's only been out injured for like maybe a month, 6 weeks. Not that long. Okay. Lissandro also hasn't been good this season, by the way.
No, he has not. Lissandro's been terrible.
So is it fair to put him in?
I expected more from Lissandro than I did from De Ligt.
That is not true.
I did.
Wait, you did? Okay, you did, but okay.
I expected more from Lissandro because
I'm sorry, Man United are 15th. There has to be a Man United center back in here. So if it's not De Ligt, put Lissandro in.
We can go okay, but then again, how many goals have Leicester conceded then?
You are Man United and you're 13th.
I know, but we're going off goals conceded. We're not going off of, we're going off of goals conceded. And Dragoson's been there. He's conceded plenty of goals.
Dragoson hasn't played there all season, bro. Dragoson's their backup center back, bro.
Okay, we'll put a United defender in there. Why not?
Oh, okay, you want to say goals conceded?
I'm going to put Martinez in the personal agenda.
If you want to say goals conceded, like obviously Leicester have conceded more goals than you, but like again, United fans said is one of the top 5 in the league at center back.
No, I don't think he's top 5 in the league, but he's not the.
Or not De Ligt. I'm talking about Lissandro. Lissandro, De Ligt. One of them have to be in here.
Oh
bro.
No!
You guys,
Lissandro. I'll put Lissandro in there. Lissandro, I expected more.
I don't know how we were.
Because Lissandro's been there since what? She's been there for 3 years now.
We wanted we wanted to put Madueke in this team, who since he got injured, Chelsea have stopped scoring goals.
This is mixed between underwhelming and shit. Okay, so this has not been.
I know, but I don't think. But De Ligt and Lissandro have both been underwhelming, bro.
But who's a much worse defender though? You think Wood Fires or De Ligt? Who think is much worse?
We don't expect anything. We're talking about underperforming players.
But it's about obviously how you've been playing across the whole season as well.
Yes, and how but by that logic, let's fill the whole 11 with Leicester and Southampton players then.
No, but this is both mixed shit and underwhelming.
Yes, and De Ligt and Lissandro have both been underwhelming.
Okay, who would you include, Lissandro or De Ligt?
Both.
You think both?
Yes.
What are a Spurs defender then? Udogie a left back, and then
Udogie at left back definitely. I'd put Pedro Porro in over Rico Lewis. I'm sorry.
So To be fair, though, Rico Lewis has given away so many of Man City's goals, and he's costed them.
And Pedro Porro doesn't even defend at all. Pedro Porro is not in the right back position to give away goals.
We can go with Pedro Porro. Why not?
Bro, Spurs and Man United have been two of the worst teams in the league this season, and we're trying to put in Leicester players.
Yeah, but this is shit, and this is shit.
Yes. And Pedro Porro, Lissandro, De Ligt, and Udogie have been shit, underperforming, mid, awful. Tottenham, I don't know, whatever wording you want to use, whatever buzzword you want to use.
He's been the worst defender, though. I'll be honest, he's not.
He's been De Ligt and Lissandro have been under. De Ligt and Lissandro have been underperforming this season. They've been poor. In terms of expectation, by the way, talk about expectation.
How about Christian Romero?
He's been injured for.
He was injured for a chunk of the season. He doesn't get to be in. And you know why Dragusin has played so much this season? Because Romero and Van de Ven have both been injured. That's why Dragusin's played. But again, no one expects anything from Dragusin, really, because he's a backup centre back. De Ligt and Lissandro were brought in for money and with big expectations.
But I don't know, man. I still can't argue for De Ligt.
You're doing your United bias, bro.
It's not a United bias.
It is United bias, because I don't know how you can make an argument for FaZe.
De Ligt is one of the only players I rate in this United team. De Ligt is one of the only few players I rate in this
team. Yeah, exactly. Yes, you rate him, but yet he hasn't led your defense, bro. I also think Gusto is a shout for right back as well. However, Porro has been worse than Gusto.
But I wouldn't put Gusto in there. I think Gusto.
Bissouma, yes, I'll put Bissouma in over Ugarte. Actually, Bissouma has been awful for two seasons now.
We actually
no one speaks on it.
We had Bissouma in earlier as well, actually.
No, Bissouma's been awful for 3 seasons because he was terrible under Conte. Yeah, but people wanted to blame Conte.
Yeah, but this is what I've been saying. I said that Bissouma, since he's joined, they said at the time it was a steal, right? Bissouma was a steal, but I can't name a stretch of a season that he's been good. So yeah, we could go Bissouma, honestly, for instead of Wings, actually.
Bro, we had Bissouma and who was the other one? We had Bissouma and Dragusin in beforehand, and we've since swapped them out.
I just can't put De Ligt. I just can't put De Ligt in there, man. I just don't think De Ligt has been that bad. I'll be honest. Like he's the best of a few bad. He's the best of a bad bunch. Him and Bruno.
Did we expect much of him either? I didn't expect much of him personally.
Because the problem with United is like we signed players at the back. We didn't sign players in attack. We only had Ahmad who's been carrying us up top. We've only had how do you call it? We've only had how do you call it? We've only had him, Garnacho, Ahmad, Højlund, and then Xerxes filled in a few times.
Garnacho's a shout for this as well.
Garnacho should be in there. But then
I forgot about.
But then again, do you expect much from Garnacho?
I expect a lot more than what he's shown, to be fair. But then again, like Foden, Ødegaard, Bernardo Silva, have all been a mixture of shit and underwhelming.
We score 2 less. This is the problem, bro. We don't concede as much as we like. The thing is, we score very, very less, and that's the problem. Like we don't. When we don't score, we'll concede a scrappy goal, and it'll end in a crappy result. Like the Palace game, for example, we had so many chances in the first half to score, and we didn't score. That's why we lost the game. You don't score your goals, you get punished. Simple. I don't think United have been awful, like in terms of like playing like in terms of like. Actually, no, we are awful, but in terms of like scoring goals, that's been our biggest issue, man. In cup games, we just do well. In the Premier League, we're crap. It's the Premier League that's letting us down massively. In other competitions, we've been all right. I'd say Carabao Cup for the most part, we've been all right up until the quarterfinals. Obviously, we lost to Spurs. See, that's the problem. Spurs have scored 20 more goals than us, and they're below us in the table. This is actually a good argument, because if Spurs have scored more goals, surely they should be much higher, right? They should be much higher.
Right.
If Spurs have scored more goals, they should, and their goal difference is not even in the negative zone, and their bottom half. They scored 20 more goals than us, and they're below us. That just tells you everything you need to know about Spurs' defense, and they've been awful. The defense of Tottenham have been awful. People thought Tottenham would be like a top 6 team this season. Like Andrew would improve. Andrew would win something this season. They expected more from Andrew Spurs than they did from Ten Hag's Man United. Because I was calling Ten Hag, because the thing is with United, yeah, we had to change manager in the second half of the season. Sorry, first half of the season we had Ten Hag. Then we changed to Ruben Amorim. And then ever since then, like, players have had to adapt to a new system. Obviously, that's not gone to plan still. But I don't think De Ligt has been our worst player, man. I can't have De Ligt in there. He's not been our worst player. He's definitely not been our worst player. It's Onana, man. Onana's making blunder after blunder. It's not De Ligt. Onana's making more. There's so many shots that he could have saved that he just never saved, and that's why. The goal against Spurs, the first goal against Spurs, it wasn't De Ligt's fault, but it was him. It's also him. I don't know. I don't know. I'm contradicting myself here. I just don't know who to put in, man. Lissandro has to be in there for sure, but then again, he's not injured.
I'd put Dragusin back in, but then again, he hasn't. Like, he's not even their first choice.
Man United scored 7, conceded 40. Spurs scored 55, conceded 43.
I'd leave this team as it is.
Same.
I'd leave it at that. I mean, obviously, there's other contenders in here.
We spent a lot of time. We spent a lot of time on this. To be fair, we should move on to it. Right. To I think next one.
What, the bingo?
Yeah. No, not the bingo. Do you want to bring up? Do you want to bring up the team of the year again, and maybe change it a bit, or no? I'll leave it.
We'll leave that debate for the end of the season. I'd say we can compare it. We can compare the one we did now to the changes we'd make by the end. You ready for that?
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done with this now. It's
sweet.
Spent way too long on this. I think let's do footy
bingo.
bingo.
Enjoyed it, viewers.
Let's do footy bingo for the last, maybe say half an hour, and then we'll wrap up.
Oh, so how do we do that?
So go to this website here. Yeah, it's called play.footygames.com. I think it's called Play Footy Games. Yeah, it's playfootball.games. It's play.footballgames. Yeah.
Wow. Do you have to pay for it?
No, it's free.
Oh, I've got the wrong one then.
It's called play.football.games. Sorry, playfootball.games. Sorry, my bad. Playfootball.games. Yeah.
There we go. Oh, this. Yeah, this is amazing.
Format. Yeah, this one. We should do football. We should do footy bingo.
Football bingo. All right.
Footy bingo.
I'm going to share my screen soon. Wait a minute.
Yeah, go ahead.
Football bingo daily. Online football. All right.
Online football bingo. Online and the code and share the code on the screen.
Wow. Christ above. Wait a minute. Online football bingo. Create a group and join. Yeah, okay.
No, just
create or join. Group.
Show me. Wait, show screen.
Wait a minute, it's loading at the minute. Like I say, this computer is quite old. Present, share screen. Football bingo online.
Join group. Yeah, join group. Yes, join group. Or
nothing's loaded out yet.
Oh no, sorry. Go to new group game. Go to new group game.
Is this coming up for you, Wumba?
Hold on, let me just see it. Go to wait, scroll down.
Nothing's loading up a minute.
It's nothing loading. All right, go to football.
Not at the minute, no.
I didn't refresh, no? Okay, click football bingo. Multiplayer, I think. Yeah, multiplayer.
Yeah.
Online football bingo.
Why is it taking so long to load, man? Bloody hell.
No idea. No idea.
You must have a better computer than mine at this rate. This is awful.
Yeah, click online bingo. Is it? Let me know if it works or not.
Yeah. We're back on that same loading screen now, Kevin. Oh, here we are. Bloody hell, that was quick.
Yep. Okay, and click new group game, and click global. Click global.
Are you seeing this?
Yeah, I'm seeing it. Yeah. Do you want to do Premier League icons or global? I think we do global. You know, I think global. Click on global. It's
laggy, bro.
It's hella laggy.
I don't know how I survived with this computer, honestly.
Nah, you'll be fine, bro. I have a MacBook Air from 2013, bro. I still have it. It's not.
Mate, this computer only costs 250 quid. And if you're familiar with pound sterling for a computer, that is not a lot.
Which computer are you using? Is this Mac?
I don't even know what it is. I don't think, no, it's not a Mac. It's HP's for sponsor. I don't even know what it is.
Oh.
All I know is that it's shit. So make about what
you do you want to refresh the app? Refresh the website.
No, it ain't loading, Akivan. Apologies.
No worries. It's all good, man. It's all good. So let me just
try. Shit.
I'll ask Brian to bring up if he comes back. I think we'll do.
I don't know if he will come back anytime soon. Sorry about that, lads. This computer is absolute dog
okay.
shit.
It's okay, man.
No.
It's okay. No worries, bro.
No, I understand. And this is a good time for you guys to check out my channel as well.
It is.
So a shameless plug.
Make sure you guys check out his channel. It's in the title. I've left the link in the title now, so make sure you guys check his channel.
Watch the first video as well.
Sorry?
Watch the first video as well. It is absolutely terrible. And I do need to stress it was from 2022. It wasn't recent. My filming skills have gone up a bit since then. Anyway. Sorry about that. That's just terrible.
No, that's cool.
Lag with this computer.
Prime, can you bring up the Footy Bingo website?
What?
Want to do some Footy Bingo?
Yeah, I don't know how to do it though.
It's called playfootballgames.
No, I know what it's called.
Playfootballgames.
I know what it's called. I don't know how to
screenshot.
Make a I don't know what to call it. You know when you make a thing for a bingo for people to join? I don't know how to do that.
Server.
Oh. Do I need to make an account then or something?
No. You don't have to. It's a free website. You just click multiplayer and I think click create global or whatever it is.
1 second. You said, what is it called? Bingo?
Yeah, bingo.
No, what's the website called?
Playfootball.games. Well, while Prime's at it, make sure you guys liking the video, subscribe to the channel, and
Yeah,
check out Josh's channel as well. I'm sure you'll release your first video soon, yeah, Josh?
But I have this film studies thing from 2022. It is absolutely terrible. Therefore, I suggest you check it out.
Football video though.
Oh, football video. Oh yeah, in the midst of that.
Oh, okay. I have it up. Hold on. Oh no. No. Yes. What's this? Oh, that's it. Are we doing?
Sorry, let me bring it up.
What can you guys see now?
I can see. Wait, hold on. My screen's loading.
Global icons, English League, Italian.
Yeah,
League.
I think we'll do global.
Oh, so you guys can only see that. You guys can only see the screen I requested to share. Okay, interesting.
Yeah. Can you click global and see if it works?
Untick fake username, create for everyone, same bingo card. Okay. Where do you guys want to? What are we using? Global icons, English Premier League.
I think we'll do global.
Yeah.
Untick fake username.
What?
No, nothing. Never mind.
Oh, there's a club beta as well. More coming soon. What are you doing for Tottenham?
Maybe he's a Tottenham fan that created it. I think we'll do global. Click create, yeah.
Oh, it's a beta to be fair. So yeah, I guess you gotta give Spurs the fake one. That is the room code, guys.
Yeah.
I will post it in.
One more. This is phone friendly, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I'm
good.
using my phone on this one, yeah.
All right. I will post it in the chat. If anyone wants to join.
No. They can see screen. They can scan the QR.
Yeah, I know.
They can scan the QR code to join as well. Yeah, put it in the chat, people. Here it is.
Wait. Oh, fuck! I didn't get to change my name. I wanted to change my username.
No need. You can change the next round.
No, I know. I forgot. Yeah, I forgot.
Anyone else want to join? Jack, you want to join?
Yeah.
Siobhan, you want to join? I think we'll wait for 2 more people to join and then we'll start. Yeah, we can do 5, and yeah. Josh, you're in. Oh, wait, Josh's not in yet.
Not just yet. Wait a minute.
Yeah, we'll wait for you to join.
Cheers.
You're in?
Should be now. Room doesn't exist apparently. I'll try it again.
No. Try entering again. It says. Can share the. No, I can't. I'm not monetized, man. I can't share the link on chat yet.
It's not letting me in.
Wait, I just copied and pasted it here.
No.
Oh, the link.
The link. Yeah, I can't link it on chat yet.
But what you can do though is that he doesn't need the link though. If you just type in
or scan the QR code,
you'll find it.
Scan the QR code. Or can you zoom in so maybe it'll be easier for them to scan? Try zooming in, it might be easier. Yeah. Can you try scanning it now?
I'm in.
East. You're a Baumgartner. You're Baumgartner, right?
I'm trying to find.
I didn't choose a name, so it might have automatically generated something for me.
Which one's yours?
Mine must be Baumgartner. It must be something randomly generated.
All right, fair enough.
I'm gonna tweet this out, by the way.
I think we'll be okay. It's already on my Twitter. I already shared the live video, so or the live stream, so people can see it. As you're entering, you can click on you can click on the for Footy Bingo, because I've already shared because you know when you go live on Twitter, there's like a space, right? They click on the space, and then they'll be able to see the stream. So just click on that, and then just refresh just retweet my my live. I think it'll show people the link and everything. But yeah, I think we can start actually, unless we're waiting for East. And we'll wait for another person, then we'll start. Yeah, we've got 5 people in the queue. I think we'll wait for I don't know if Yak is in there. I don't know if East is in there yet. Wait, Josh, Yak is your friend, yeah?
He is.
Ooh, Prime just left.
I think he's in the gym right now, but don't think he'll be active.
Okay, I see you, East. Yeah, I see you.
Josh, what's your Twitter name?
Joshua ___05.
No capitals.
No. Wait a minute. Let me check. I think there might be a capital J. Honorary.
Found it. Yeah, honorary. And hey, Kevin, what's your Twitter?
Kevin7.
Yes. Okay.
All right, cool.
Oh, I forgot that.
Let me
wait. Do I need to share my bingo on the screen when we play?
Hold on.
There's like 6 people in here. So, do you still want to wait, or can we go?
I think. Do you know what we do? Because it'll make it harder for people to sort of, well, not cheat, but copy in case they have the same answers. Because when the names pop up, it'll be the same for everyone, but the card will be different. Because nowadays there's the same card. So I think just leave your screen off, and then when you're done, we'll just put it up and see who's got bingo and everything. So yeah, we'll start now anyways. Just click start, and then I'm playing on my phone.
This is like a Who one.
1 second.
I'm playing for my phone, so yeah.
All right. 1 second. Best of luck, people.
No worries.
I'm gonna mute and turn it off. That's what I do when we play on playback. I don't hear anything, and I can.
Are you talking about Flawless' playback? Yeah.
Right. Never actually played this before, so can't wait.
Cool.
Getting the excuses in before we start. Bit like my manager. Oh, happy birthday, Mikhail, by the way. I won't batter you.
All right.
It's his birthday today.
All right, Arteta.
Yeah.
So it's your first season back in Champions League. That's your excuse.
Cheers, man.
But yeah, we're gonna start in 10, 9, 8,
7,
3, 2, 1.
I'm a second behind. Wait, what?
No.
Bloody hell. I don't know, man. I'm skipping a lot.
Same.
No. Fucking hell. Okay.
It's not easy. Trust me.
Who the hell are you? Fucking Monreal.
This is hard.
Bingo. Oh shit, no. Bollocks. Never mind. I'm currently first because no one else has gone through them all yet. Okay, now I did terribly. Shit.
Yeah, so did I.
They're still 6 points above me.
Nah.
Okay, everyone's got higher points than me. Sweet. Right. Arteta 2021.
But it takes time, guys.
I expect instant results. I'm very disappointed thus far.
Hey, no one can compete with Huey.
Oh my word.
Right, but remember, Josh, you got given a toxic bingo card.
Exactly. Toxic dressing room I was given.
Exactly. You have to clear out the deadwood, man.
Yeah, donate me some money, lads, and I'll be able to perform better.
Yeah, man. He needs to spend 100 million on a new bingo card. Is that everyone, right? No, there are 6.
That's 6.
There's one more. Oh,
Unless more decided to join, unless like this, they what do you call, they rewind the stream back and then they saw the code.
I've single-handedly tracked the average down.
It wasn't the chat anyways. I think should we do like 2 more and then we'll wrap up?
Yeah,
like
go
a few.
on. Sure. No.
6 out of 6, yeah.
Trust the process, Joshua.
Yeah, we're on one building a day, guys.
Who does he support, Josh?
He's an Arsenal fan as well.
Is this name pronounced Yak?
Jacques. We have a French connection, you see. You know, Scalacci and whatnot.
Why is Cam so rude to him, man? Oh, French boy. Fuck off, man. You know what I mean? Leave my guy
Casual
Jack.
xenophobia in the chat.
Leave Jack alone, man. Fucking hell. Jack of all trades, you know what I mean?
Fair play. Master of everyone. Decision, no bingo. Right, Vars, settle down.
I think we'll do 2 more.
What, do Kies not win the Euros?
Yeah, I ain't.
Why
No,
is that,
don't.
why is that red?
Nah, don't worry, bro. You're on a different level, man. I ain't putting you on the same column as him, bro.
He's on a different level.
Is that what he calls Cam?
No, that's what I just. That's what.
I'll make this one.
Arsenal.
I'll make this one easier for people. Share my screen.
Yeah. Well, what is this?
Yeah.
Is this PREM or is this
You guys don't know.
He's trying to bait us into thinking it's easy. It's not.
Oh
I didn't
my
say it's
word!
easy.
I know. Piss off.
We're fucking 15. We're 15. We're 15, sir. We're 15. What relegation?
Wait, Josh, who does Jack call us? This?
Scalacci.
Yeah.
Did he not play for Arsenal? Centre back.
Not sure what he's on about. Unless he's saying that Cam looks like that, but
Scalacci not the guy that plays for Arsenal? Centre back, no.
I'm not sure. I've never heard of him.
Scalacci, yeah, terrible centre back. One of Arsenal's
Yes,
enders.
hey. They say I don't know. They say I don't know ball, man.
Wait, why is he? Why did he say don't put me in the same column as Scalacci? Why did he say that?
Because Scalacci was absolutely shocking. Every set piece he'd get bitch, you know. Nothing else to say on that, man.
Scalacci never had you. Scalacci never had you 15.
Ooh, so let's start. I think we got all.
That was Wenger magic, prime. That's what that was.
Yeah, let's start, mate. I don't think we'll.
Oh, we're not proving your point. We're fucking 15.
Enter the code in chat anyways, in case people want to enter.
All right, I'm locked in. I'm going to turn off my camera.
Same.
Good pick, prime.
Yeah. You guys can't hear me, but I do have to head. Because I've got some things to do before my next stream. Yeah. Take care, everyone. Like and subscribe to Kevin's channel, and enjoy the weekend because unless your team's in the FA Cup, there's no Premier League football.
Shout out Prime every time. Obviously, yeah, he had to go. But
hey, first, bloody hell!
You get bingo.
And there's 2 other people in. I've got a screenshot of that before someone overtakes me.
I couldn't remember. Did Tony Adams play for both Man City and Arsenal?
No, he was a one club man. Why am I helping you anyway?
Nah, it's done.
Yeah, fair play.
Because there was Arsenal plus Man City, and I could only put Rodri at the end, even though I know Rodri didn't play for Arsenal. But it's just like because
I think I put in Anelka. Or it was either Anelka or Vieira. I can't remember.
Who it was. Oh yeah, I should have put Patrick Vieira. I remember he played for Man City. I forgot. Fuck, I made a mistake on my part on that one because I put him in French instead of. Did you get bingo?
No, I didn't. I don't think. Oh my god, I'm still. Oh my god, first out of 5. Shy. Hopefully, the last person didn't bloody overtake 45 points.
But I think we'll close out here, anyways.
Yeah, fair. Well, then we need the last person to finish.
Yeah, wait for the last person. Stinker, bro. We've all had stinkers, my friend. Stinker and hooked.
Yes. On Arteta's birthday, I finished first. This is incredible.
Josh stays on top.
Back on top, baby. Yeah.
But yeah, people, if you enjoy footy bingo, if you want to see more, if you want to see me do more footy games, maybe even tic-tac-toe, like the video, subscribe to the channel. We are 6 away from 170 subs.
Subscribe,
so subscribe to Josh as well. His channel's in the title.
Subscribe to Akavin first and foremost.
No. You gotta give respect to my guests as well for hopping on, man. Thank you once again, Josh, for hopping on the channel and obviously taking time out of your day to or night to to talk footy is always good fun. I think we might do again tomorrow if you're down. We can do it again tomorrow. I think I'm in again for another show tomorrow.
Yeah, I should be good for tomorrow.
Another footy bingo we'll do again tomorrow.
Yeah, hopefully my computer will load properly and it should go more smoothly than it did today. So thank you for anyone who's still watching and put up with all that nonsense for about 20 minutes.
No worries. And apologies for the background noises. The birds are out at 4:32 in the morning here in Thailand. But
Mate, I've had this family arguing across the road this entire time.
Oh, my days.
I know, luckily I don't think you've picked up on it, but bloody hell, very loud.
That's the only disadvantage of streaming at this time of the day because you got all the birds at this time. It's crazy. The birds the birds chirping at 5 a.m. in the morning in Thailand. Hey, listen, nature. It's life. But yeah, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Come on, guys. The links right there. I've retweeted it. Go subscribe to TAA Sports. We are close to 170 subs before the end of March. The road to 200 is really on, and then the road to 300, then 400, and so on and so forth. Hey, people. But yeah, we're out. Like and subscribe.
Yes.
Take care.
Happy birthday, Mika.
Happy birthday to our tapas. Anyways, we're out. Take care. Peace.